He will defend himself from anger with more anger, with defiance. For some men, turning an angry face to the world is a way of feeling important, neither for his son nor for himself. Can such a one be a true man? There has not always been anger and hatred in this house. The constant disappointments come because each expects from the other more than he or she can give. Too many children, too much fighting, too much anger have made of this woman a nagging, bitter wife, and of the husband a selfish bully. This is not just one of the little squabbles of everyday married life. This twisted, crooked kind of anger is bad for a man, bad for a woman, bad for children. And the children in such a home may try to escape the anger, perhaps before they are old enough, by doing just what their parents did, marrying in haste, without thought, without understanding, without love. But even in a home in which there are love and understanding, there can be serious troubles. A man who desires his child to grow straight must understand that each new step toward manhood must be encouraged. But this is sometimes difficult, especially when the new things the child has learned outside the home are unfamiliar to the parents. It was just such a new step when Juanito brought home 2 rabbits one day. His father was full of doubts. Who will eat rabbits? Why raise animals that are good for nothing? It is hard for a man who has never eaten rabbit to have his son tell him that they are good to eat. It is hard for a man to accept learning new things from his son. The boy is very stubborn. He acts as if he were the man of the house. The boy says he learned about rabbits in school, that they are good to eat and cheap and easy to raise. And besides, he will take care of them all by himself. It is hard for a man to let his son win an argument. It is hard, but a man must do it sometimes. He must let the child take new steps when he is ready. That makes him even more of a man. No one would think of preventing a tree from growing. Neither should one prevent a child from growing. The physical growth of people and of trees is reached one day. But there is another kind of growth with people that need not stop. For there is possible in the hearts and minds of men and women a growth in experience, in understanding, in maturity. To raise a real man, one should...
What the hell? Why is it not? One of my big anxieties is a game not working when I launch. There it is! One of my big anxieties is a game that does not work when I launch it. Or like works perfectly fine. And then I click go live and then it stops working. That's one of my anxieties. Today's stream is going to be an anxiety stream where I, and then unfortunately by that merit and extent, you probably also, talk about things that we're anxious about and scream it into the mountains. so that the mountains can hear it and nobody else, and then you feel good. You know, you kind of get it out of your system, and then you feel good. Right? That's the idea. That's the concept of today's stream that I whipped up in like about 5 minutes. Like 2 hours ago. So you get what you paid for, okay? Which is nothing, because it costs $0 to watch me, so you don't get anything. Chicken jockey, okay. Why did I read it in the intonation that you wanted me to? Whatever. Hey yo Cap, have a good stream, gotta go sleep. Alright, see you later, drunken. Hello and see you later. One of my other anxieties is, okay, what is an anxiety? So here's the thing, I don't have an anxiety disorder. And every time, you know what sucks is I can't use the word anxiety anymore to describe something I'm anxious about, because if I say
that is totally
I have
a
anxiety
legit and
about
good reason
something,
that makes perfect sense to be playing a mountain video game during the anxiety stream.
It's also, Celeste is also one of the, like, it's a game
that is
that's
totally
very
a
much
legit and good reason that makes perfect sense to be playing a mountain video game during the anxiety stream.
Congratulations on the double, Penguin. Celeste is also one of those games where you want to, like, pay attention to the lore because it's about mental health. I wish I wasn't, that didn't sound like I was being facetious. I wasn't trying to be, but, like, yes. That's actually how I feel about it. Anyway, that's like one of the many things I'm like anxious about. This Charis, the stream I was talking about last time was an interview with Connor Leshner. Can you remind me what the context of that is?
I did not expect you to say it like that. That was perfect.
You I don't like that you can like peer into my head and like mess with the controls a bit. I don't like that. I don't like that you did that. Connor Leshner. Who is that? Connor Leshner. Whose interview with that person? Who are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about Mylan's stream. I haven't watched it. Oh my god, I thought I watched it, but no, I have not watched it.
Transportation and get killed in the same manner Yago killed those on the subway during the Shibuya incident, and anxiety or irrational fear.
Parrot said Yago, and I thought it was like a HoloLive
Guy
thing.
has, he claims, the first peer-reviewed publication of the word waifu.
Waifu. I don't have, you know, I'm having it on tab so I can go back and watch it. I thought I had it, but I don't have it. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go watch that later. Is going to public transportation and getting killed in the same manner Jogo killed those in the subway during the Shibuya incident an anxiety or rational fear? Anxiety to me, not like the... No, that's not right. I think a lot of irrational fears make you anxious. So if you're asking me the source of it, like, is it an anxiety or irrational fear? To me, an anxiety is more a shorthand for saying this thing gives me anxiety, rather than this is a category of anxiety, right? Or like of my personalized set of anxieties or something to that effect. What I really mean is like it's like, I don't know how to put it. Hold on. Let me get the controls right. Okay, that's my double. My hair changes to blue, and I get pronouns from it. How do I climb? Okay. This is how I climb. This is how I do that. Okay. That kills me. Does this kill me? That kills me. That kills me. We're figuring that out. Okay. Okay, anyways. I don't get an anxiety. Okay, let me define my terms. I hate doing that. I hate doing that. It's like going to school again.
This
and I
is
get
a great
anxious
level.
about that.
Hope you fail uninterruptedly.
Okay.
Also, hi.
Fuck you too, Tara. Hope your internet gets fixed though. Fuck you, but I hope your internet gets fixed. What is this? It looks like a little... these look like brain folds. Am I crazy? These look like the folds in your brain. Okay, you get like a limited stamina from climbing. Okay, I'm literally so good at this game. I fucking wasted my dash! Ah! When I say I have an anxiety or something, I don't mean I have an anxiety disorder. I don't have an anxiety disorder, and I do not wish to have one. I don't know why I had to make that clear. I would not want an Yes! Charis Euphranor, thank you for enlightening us by telling us that you would not want an anxiety disorder. I do not want an anxiety disorder, even though I don't have one. Or because I don't have one, and I like that I don't have one. I feel as though I'm anxious enough as is without the disorder that if I had it, I would get massively debuffed and I wouldn't be able to deal with that. So the black moss type thing kills me, right? So I need to grapple onto... Does my mouse work here? It doesn't. You can't see it. I need to climb that wall, jump over that spike, get to that wall on the right, jump into the wall on the left, jump, boost, get the strawberry, die. Do I just die? How do you like recover? Oh, and then I like come back to this platform. Okay, let's do that. I fucked it up. Okay, I see what it is. I see what this is. I think getting killed on public transport is not like a nightmare I have, or at least it wasn't until... Shit, does this dox me? Let me think about this. I don't think this doxes me, but like until like there was like an incident near me many moons ago of like a stabbing on like a train. It's not near me, but it's like somewhat near me. It's like in my country, and apparently it was like the people on board didn't have the necessary things to deal with the attacker. The guy, like, it was horrific, right? Like, but the guy apparently, like, you know, just went on board absolutely, you know, unimpeded, carrying out his attack. And so now I have an anxiety, or rather I feel anxious about like public transport, or like to that extent, like I have anxiety. I feel anxious going on trains now. I used to love going on trains. Like trains used to be my like...
Hello.
Fuck! Excuse me. Mind your language, Charis Euphranor. Sorry. Hello, CF. Speaking of public transportation, private transportation, are you heartbroken the cruise got cancelled? You dude! Thank you for bringing it up, Tara, because I knew somebody would bring it up, but I did not want to start stream and then immediately go, by the way, have you heard of this thing that is just my interest? Have you heard about this thing that happened to another streamer? Like, I don't want my stream to be like, have you watched this other guy's stream so you know what I'm talking about? But I thank you for bringing it up, so now I have the opportunity to talk about it, to yap about it. A streamer I watch and frequently quote, and I'm not obsessed with, but you know, I watch a decent amount of content from, had recently announced, like 3 days ago, that he'd be doing a super cruise, like a streamer cruise. This is the streamer Northern Lion. I knew he had thoughts about it. Fuck you. He announced the stream, or announced on stream, that there would be an event where he would do like a cruise. He would do a cruise with other streamers, Squeaks, Dan Giesling, and lovely Momo Kate, his wife. And it's and then 2 days later he canceled it, and I think it's the funniest shit. It is actually so funny. The concept of inviting your chatters to a boat to hang out with you is so nerve-wracking that and is the last thing I expected from someone like NL in the first place. So the fact that he like cooked this idea up for months and wanted to do it is crazy enough for me. But then, okay, what the fuck? But then after doing that, him subsequently canceling it like 2 days later is even funnier. Shit. I wasted it. I wasted it. I think the fact that he even agreed to it is not like egregious. I don't come at it from like the moral standpoint. I know some people do. Some people are like, oh my god, how could he? This is horrible. Think about the environmental impact of cruises. Think about how fucked up it is to like try to charge your fans money to like do a meet and greet with you. That's crazy. And like that's all true, but I didn't really think about it. Because I already know that. Like I already know that cruises are bad. Like I don't need to think about that any further. I also know that NL is a fan of cruises. So I also know that like the morality of it doesn't really concern him. Why would it? Shit. Because he's his own adult. He's made his own decision to go on like a cruise every year as like a way to de-stress and you know, spend time with his family. And like I can go, the environmental impacts of that are bad, that's true, but I also don't know the guy. Like I'm not his friend, unfortunately. Unfortunately is not the right word. I'm not his friend, so I can't police what he does. So if he decides to do that, it's on him. However, him hosting a cruise where he's like, you can meet me at this cruise, you pay $2,000 and we can hang out on a boat for like 5 days is weird. Not because I think it's like immoral or corrupt or whatever, but because it's just like, why the hell would you subject yourself to this torment? As someone as vocal about being like, one of his anxieties being killed by a mob, why would you host an event where a mob of people that know you and have very specific opinions about what you think is going to like be trapped with you for 5 days or something? Why would you? I wouldn't do a meet and greet, just period. I hate you guys. I would not want to host a regular ass meet and greet event, not to mention one that would cost $2,000, because then, not like you, but like maybe someone will think, oh, okay, I paid so much money to be here, how dare you not act like my friend for 5 days or whatever. Which, you know, which is fucked up, because like you couldn't pay me any money for me to think that. For me to think, yeah, okay, I'm gonna act like your friend now. I would never. Damn it. I was out of breath reading some of the comments. They really were planning fucking sea mystery tragic comedy. It's so funny what they were trying to like do and how they thought it would work. And then juxtaposing that with NL's personality and his like anxiety, I guess. I guess this is part of the anxiety stream, is me talking about like my favorite streamers' anxieties, leading to the cancellation of one of the greatest bits of all time. The NL Super Cruise bit is one of the greatest streamer bits of all time, okay? It is. Nothing has been quite like it, I would say. Oh my god, I'm so good at this game. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this game. Okay, hold on. What if I just do that? Okay. I'm dead. I'm alive. Oh my god! No, please! Oh, I'm so good. No crime in international waters. I wouldn't meet you all in like, I wouldn't meet any of you in a publicly lit area, like in like a town square. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally, I feel the way I feel about you in like the nebulous term of someone who watches my streams but doesn't really know me, but like you get like a misplaced feeling of knowing me in the same way that I get a misplaced feeling of knowing NL as a person. makes it so that I would not want to meet you anywhere, not even in like a public square. Like it's literally as bad as in season 4 of Breaking Bad or whatever, when Jesse wants to meet with Walter again, and then they're trying to like, you know, and he's trying to find the safest way to do it, and he's like, he's still super stressed out even though they're meeting in like a public area where he couldn't kill you because it's a huge, just in a town square, but nonetheless he was still like, nuh-uh, this guy's a freak. Would you do the meet and greet if it modeled how idols do meet and greets? How do they do meet and greets again? Is it like a bunch of security guards and then they like, you know, they do like a handshake thing and they go, hi, oh my god, it's you, and then you go, yeah, it's me, and then you say your signature catchphrase, I'm the first and last philosopher VTuber, the last librarian of Alexandria, and they go, oh my god, it is you, and then you go, yeah, it is me, and then that's the interaction. And they go, I used to watch you when you were funny. Too bad you're... and now you're not. Is the implication. And you go, yep, that's me. And then that's the interaction, right? What would you... What if you were in the Pope Mobile? If I were in the Pope Mobile, then you would not want to meet... You wouldn't be meeting me. I don't think you would want to meet me if I were in the Pope Mobile. Shit. Ah! I would not meet you in a house. I would not meet you with a mouse. I would not meet you here or there. I would not meet you anywhere. I don't want you to meet me. Okay, it's weird. I find it really weird. But I actually think it was kind of cool that some of you guys who watched me who didn't know each other have met up with each other in real life. I think that's really cool. Now, I'm not... I don't want to be a part of that. That's weird to me. That I don't want to be involved. If you want to meet each other, if you want to do a Charis Euphranor like meet and greet with all the other Charis Euphranor viewers, I don't care. That's on you. Are you sure you want to go meet a fellow VTuber fan? I mean, you probably do, but you know, you just need to think about that, right? I don't want to be a part of that. That'd be weird. You have to buy a bunch of product just to shake their hands. That's fucked up. But also, I don't know. I play like a I talk a big
that
game.
Is really cool.
Of being
meeting
like
new FRDS is nice.
Shit. I talk a big game about like, you know, being way too famous and my time being too precious for you, for me to do anything like that. But like, I would feel so bad charging people for like a handshake. That's fucked up to me. I won't even charge people for content. I wouldn't do that. It's fucking like, it feels a little okay. That's my problem. That's literally a problem I have. One of my actual problems is I feel so bad asking people for money. Because like for something that I do, for something for me, like, so I don't feel bad asking people for money in the sense that like I'll ask for them to help to like pay for my meal or whatever, like as a joke. Or if I'm actually like out of money, I would like, and I didn't realize that, I would just ask a friend, hey, could you just help me cover this? I'll like cover you next time. Like that's a simple gesture that I think is like a reasonable thing to do. What the hell? Do we go down or up? What happens if I go up? Or what if I have to go down? I guess that happens. Is that the way forward?
Asking for money causes you anxiety? Would you say that's rational?
Actually,
Face with
okay.
monocle.
I don't think asking for money... Okay, let me think about this. Asking people to pay me money gives me a sense of anxiety, because it's like, how could I be worth how could I be worth like the amount of money I would want to hypothetically charge you in this scenario for this hypothetical
Game music
service?
might be a tad loud.
Is it a bit loud? Okay, I'll turn it down a little bit. I had a feeling, but nobody said anything. Is it a bit better now? I had a feeling it was a little loud, because it was a little loud on my end, but nobody said anything, so I just thought it was normal. So thank you for pointing it out. I'm gonna lower it. Spirit change. I would not ask people for money for me if the money gets into my wallet. I feel so weird about that. But I don't feel bad asking people for money if it goes somewhere else. If we're hanging out and I need a little bit of cash for like this thing that we're looking at, and I don't have it on me and I can't get it for some reason. I don't know why that would happen, but if in a hypothetical scenario where that's the case, I would not feel bad asking a friend for like money. I would also not feel bad if I couldn't cover for something, if we were like, you know, planning a meeting or a trip or whatever, and I'd be like, damn, I'm broke as fuck, can you pay for this for now, and then I'll pay you back in like 10 years, which I have done with a lot of my friends, including our team, and they begrudgingly go, fucking okay. I don't feel bad about that, because the money isn't going into my pocket. It's like going somewhere else, and we're having this shared experience. This is why I don't feel bad, even though I owe our team like... How much do I owe our team? Like $1,000 at this point. Probably. Oh! This is the same room I was in! What am I doing? What am I doing? I went to the same room I was in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck this game. Fuck this game, man. Fuck this game. Okay, whatever. Whatever. It's like those idols meet and greet where you buy a lot of albums just to get a raffle for a handshake. It's fucking weird. It's like, okay, if I charged you money, I'd have to give you something. It would have to be like some sort of service, or it would have to be like something that's really worth that. And I just don't think there's much stuff that's worth money. You know what I mean? Like, in the sense that, like, there's nothing I could provide that I'm like, you should pay for this. You know what I mean? I feel like the most valuable thing I can provide as a person is perhaps probably a safe sort of like environment slash modeled interlocutor that helps you think about yourself. Like, that's probably the most valuable thing I can offer you. And I don't want to do that shit for money, because that is, I think, like a core educational tenet. And I think education should be free, in the sense that like it should be free the same way like the roads are free. Like, it's in the same way that like the park bench is free. Okay, your park benches should be free. But that means I want money not from like people, but from like the government. I want to be so important that the government pays me to exist, so other people don't have to pay me to exist. I don't know where I'm going with this. Where I'm going with this is like, because I hold this really weird belief, I can't like ask people for money. It's so hard. It's so hard to be like, okay, like I'm... I don't know how to word this without kind of just getting into it. Excuse me. The homeless prevention park bench? Yeah, okay. I mean, look, it's funded by the government. Do you know what else is funded by the government? Do you know how many fucking awful things are funded by the government? And do you know how in certain countries that I'm not going to name, but you all know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about, they're planning to increase the budget for even more horrible shit? Just because the government pays for it does not mean it's necessarily good. Fuck. Okay, hold on. I can do this. I can do this level again. Anyways, I have this anxiety because I feel like people shouldn't pay me for stuff. I feel like the government should pay me for stuff, and then everything I do should be for the people. I have a weird, fucked up sense of this. I don't know why. I don't know where this comes from. I'm gonna be honest. Shit. Damn it. It would be a really funny bit that there's the Charis Euphranor anniversary commemorative BBQ and Charis Euphranor is banned from attending. If you host any event, if anyone here hosts a Charis Euphranor event, do not invite me. Or no, you should tell me, and you should say that I'm banned from attending. I will not give it my seal of approval if I'm allowed to enter. I wanted to say attender. If I am allowed to attend/enter, that would not be good. I would not give it my seal of approval. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it again, I would not give fucking anything my seal of approval. Like, that's the same anxiety. Like, when okay, to be completely parasocial with my favorite best friend Ryan Gary Letourneau, Northern Lion. That's the shit he was saying. That's why he canceled his like Northern Lion super cruise, because he was like, what if people die? What if people get sick? And it's like, it's on me. It is on you, and it's like a cruise. It's like a multi-day thing where you're all strapped in a boat.
I always have anxiety.
Oh, it's gonna be great then. It's gonna be great.
The
for you,
government would pay you with people's money anyway. You just take away my option to opt out.
Yes, but it wouldn't be like on a meritocratic basis. You know what I mean? Or here, let me put it this way: if I get paid by government, like by tax money, what happens is you don't get to make the choice to pay me and then receive a benefit that someone else who doesn't make that choice gets. You are exposed to me either way. It's actually like, it's enforced. Okay, don't go here. This just brings you back. Don't go there, Charis Euphranor. Okay. What is that? I don't know what that is. I don't want to know what that is. I think that like 1/2 of my Oshi streams are behind membership and not the lowest tier. Granted, the big content is covers and member streams are chill stuff. Okay, I think other people doing that is fine. I think me doing that gives me the heebie-jeebies. It is an irrational thing that happens to me where I get the heebie-jeebies by asking people to do stuff that is like considered normal and sustainable. Because this is unsustainable. This mindset of like nobody should pay me anything, I should work for free, is very unsustainable. Like, this is how you burn out. Right. Fuck! It's unsustainable to think nobody should pay me anything ever, and it's bad if they do. This is not how... I know how an economy... Like, you know... I fucking hate the motherfuckers who... Okay, I'm gonna start battling a straw man right now. I fucking hate the motherfuckers who will look at us like a critique, any critique, no matter how valid, of the current implementations of a capitalist system, be like, it's actually just because you don't understand it. It's like, bitch, I fucking studied. I did my basic economics. I know the theory. I know how it works, okay? I know the supply and demand. I understand the system and the structure of it and what makes it good. I'm like, I fully understand this. That's not what I have a quarrel with. I don't think, you know, shit just magically falls down from the sky and, like, you know, spawns into existence. People have to make shit generally. I understand that. But at the same time, I don't think people should pay for their school, because it's like every fucking child should have school. Every child should have a good school. It shouldn't matter if your parents are broke. You should be entitled to like a good school. And that's apparently like a very controversial statement. Whatever. I'm done battling the straw man. Let me come back to the conversation. I still can't get over how every new season of Doctor Who is funded by the government. That's not true, is it? I think that's true, actually. Isn't it it's the BBC, right? Shit, I think you're right. The government would pay you with people's money. Okay, yeah, sorry, I read that. Excuse me. You know you want to do it. No. I actually almost feel bad for like the... for the, oh my god, I did it. What do I feel bad for? I feel bad for the BFE ASMR stream, even though that's like a joke. It's not a stream, the fucking... Oh, I'm blocked. Hello. Miss Madeline, I really must implore you to keep up. I'm running a world-class establishment here. I don't have time to wait around for meandering guests. Okay, I'm sorry. I was on like a break, and what happened? Well, I was just on... Hold on. What happened between the last time I played Celeste and this time? The last time I played was like December. So we had like a whole arc, and then I had like 2 hiatuses, and then I got evicted. Okay, it's been a moment. Okay, it's been a moment. You really don't have to wait for me. I'm just looking for a way through this place. Oh, Shiro, you idiot. The customer is always right. Business is finally picking up and you lose your temper? Of course, Miss Madeline. My sincere apologies. I was out of line. Please feel free to explore at your leisure. Okay. Any criticism of capitalism means you despise capitalism. I don't understand why that's a problem too. Like this, why are people so offended when I go, the current way the world works is not ideal? Because doesn't everyone believe this? Am I insane? Because even if you don't think capitalism is the problem, you probably think to some extent that there is a problem, right? And we should deal with that problem because it is stopping our, it is stopping humanity from flourishing. Now we can disagree on the nature of that problem, but that's where the discussion begins, right? It's not like there is no problem at all, actually, you're stupid. Surely it's like your mistake and the problem is X. And I feel like if people said that, then we'd get a lot more like racism and homophobia. I feel like if people were honest, we'd get a lot more bigoted speech. Which I think is gonna be bad in an immediate sense, because it's like you're gonna have to deal with all of like... Imagine, what's that like... Is this like a superpower that like a character has? Or is it like just like a creative writing scenario where you can hear everyone's thoughts, right? Can you imagine actually hear... That's an anxiety I have. That's an anxiety I have. When I think when I was really young, I got really good at understanding what people were thinking. I knew what people were thinking before they said it. And I was so worried for some reason that eventually I would develop the ability to read people's minds. And then I think maybe I read that reading prompt online, that like writing prompt online, or maybe that was a real like anime or something where some person starts reading minds uncontrollably. Right? I'm sure this is like an anime. Somebody tell me the anime, please. Where the guy like uncontrollably hears everyone's thoughts and is therefore like completely paralyzed by the dread of having to hear everyone's thoughts, right? So I can't imagine that, or in the sense that like I can't imagine coping well with that, because holy shit, have you heard that if you like the things that are coming out of people's mouths is bad enough. Can you imagine people's inner thoughts? It's like all of them. I would want to know what some people think, but I would not, but those would be like my close friends, you know what I mean? Or people that I like and respect, or maybe like the professor who's giving a lecture who's like super tired and wants to just say, fuck you guys, shut up, or whatever, right? But I wouldn't want to go like to some random passerby and then hear this person's opinion on like the way the government should work. Or why the economy is stagnant and why there are no jobs. I don't want to hear the layperson's explanation of it. I don't. But not because I don't know what they could say and there's an anxiety in it. That's not why. It's just I would feel so tired of it. I'd be like, oh, so many people are like horrible and bigoted. It's crazy. They just think that. They walk around with this hatred in their minds of other people. I understand walking around with hatred in your heart. Don't get me wrong. I love hating, but like I can't hate like a person. I don't. Maybe that's weird. Maybe that's weird for me, right? But I can't hate a person. I can hate like ideas. I can hate shit that is like I can hate systems. I can hate the way some people do things. I can hate actions that some people take. I cannot hate a person. That feels weird to me. B. Which one is B? Which one is B? That's B. Ah, the splitter's out of control. When did this happen? I don't even know where to begin. Mr. Oshio, do you run this whole place by yourself? You're right, Miss Madeline. I'll never sort this mess out alone. It's hopeless. That's not what I meant. Just breathe, Mr. Oshio. Breathe. It's just a little spring cleaning. Well, more than a little. But I can help. You're too kind, but I wouldn't even bother. It's a lost cause. Okay. Oh, well, now it's not. Now it's not a lost cause anymore because they removed like 3 barriers. That's pretty good. The normal life of Psyche P, you're thinking of a plot point from Pluto? Okay, maybe that's it. Thank you. Thank you. That's probably what I was thinking. A lot of Psyche characters have that, so IDK. I feel like it's also only fair that that happens. I feel like you can't get the ability to mind read and choose what you mind read. That's too broken. The only fair way to balance mind reading as a power, I think, is by having that. Dude, what am I supposed to do?
The anime is called What Women Want, starring Mel Gibson.
That sounds probably like the thing I'm describing. What women want, Mel. Oh my god. What is this? I don't know this movie, but hearing the title and who stars in it, I know exactly what this movie's about. I've not watched it. I already know what it's about. Oh my god. Oh my god. He discovers he can hear women's thoughts. Oh. It stars an advertising executive who is a chauvinist. Chauvinist is how you pronounce it. Chauvinist, skilled at selling products to men and seducing women. Oh, that's crazy. It came out in 2000. It came out in the year 2000. That's when that came out. What? I did that. I did the thing. Okay, this is like a patient stream. This is literally a patient stream. Yeah, I do not want to read minds. I think I can understand people well enough that I don't need that shit. I don't need that double-edged sword in my life. Not like women specifically, but just people in general. I know what people are thinking generally. But but another anxiety is thinking I know what people are thinking, but then being mistaken. Because I usually have a fairly good grasp at how people feel, but not what they think. You know what I mean? Like I can... I'm an empath! I just said I'm an empath! I just unironically said I'm an empath, guys. Ah, what is wrong with me? Fuck this conversation. I'm moving on to a new one. I don't want to engage in this conversation anymore. You rather selective clairvoyance for women or the English working class? I know what the English working class are thinking, okay? They don't, because they don't keep their thoughts to themselves 2 beers in, okay? You walk into a Spoons and like you kind of just You just take a stroll around. You know what the English working class are thinking. They'll make it known, okay? They'll fucking make it known. He's really going through it today. I am. I'm anxious. I don't have anxiety, but I'm anxious. Why is this easy? Why is this easy? Something's wrong. I don't know why this level's easy. Shit. That's why. God damn it. Another thing I'm like anxious about is being in like an accident that like removes one of my limbs. How am I supposed to carry the strawberry all the way? How would you do that? How would you expect to do that, actually? How would you expect to do that? That's crazy to me. I know exactly how. Watch this. I fucked it up. I know exactly how you would do this. I know exactly how you do this. Here's how you do this. Here's how you carry the strawberry. Ah! I was literally right there. Damn it. Excuse me. Another anxiety I have is like being in an accident and then like losing a limb, and it's not the limb I choose. You know what I mean? Like if you know the question, like, would you rather you lose your arms or your legs, or like would you rather you lose a left arm or a left leg, or like a right arm or a right leg? And if you had to choose one in like an instant, I would rationally think, okay, yeah, I would definitely rather lose my I would rather lose my one of my legs. If it's just one, I would rather lose one of my legs because I can use the other leg to balance myself, and like my arms and hands are more important for my, you know, daily use, right? What do I do with this? Oh, we're sorting stuff. Oh. Okay. And my anxiety is in not knowing which one to pick, because I feel like I would say, okay, do my left leg or my right leg, and then regret it. And then for the rest of my life, I'll have to live with the idea that I did this to myself. You know what I mean? In a sense, it's like my anxiety is in making the choice to lose a limb. Because if I had no choice, if I just got into a freak accident, I'd be less anxious about it. Because I would then think, okay, yeah, this happened to me and this sucks. It was out of my control and I can't deal with it. But then if I was given the opportunity to pick one of my limbs off, I would live the rest of my life thinking, what if I picked something else? You know what I mean? That's a strange sort of, I don't know why that makes me anxious. I don't know why. I haven't even begun cleaning, and already I feel a renewed lightness of spirit. That's the power of positive thinking. Actually, I cleared out some of the clutter for you. Oh yes, thank you, Miss Madeline, but please relax and let the hotel staff handle it. Oh, Shiro, you fool, you're losing her. Guests don't want to spend their time cleaning. Are you okay? Yes, of course. This is the finest hotel you'll ever visit, you'll see. How could I let my problems pile up like this? It's okay, we're curing this guy's anxiety. We are definitely curing this guy's anxiety, for sure, 100%. Are these towels, or are they, like, what are these actually? They are brainfuls, right? I'm not misunderstanding. I'm not misinterpreting this bit of the game, right? The real reason you'd rather lose an arm is that you could be like your idol Edward Elric. I would not. Fuck being Edward Elric, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be him. Not because I don't like him, but because like I don't want to go through the shit he went through. Fuck that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through the shit that he went through. Okay, this is actually so easy. Ding dong. What do I do? What the fuck? What did that change? Am I stupid? What am I doing? What? It's covered in like dark mush. I can't approach it. Do I have to touch it again? No. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, I need to fall into the hole. Okay. Okay. I'm stupid. I don't want to lose any of my limbs. I like my limbs. You know what's worse is if I had to choose between like my limbs or no, if I had to choose between one of my senses, I would probably, okay, sense of sight. It's sight, smell, sound, taste. What the hell's the last one? Touch. I don't want to lose any of them. But if I had to lose one, it would probably be smell. I would probably lose smell. Probably. Right? You would not... Okay, let's get the obvious one out of the way. Given, of course, that you have all of those sights. Sorry, all of those senses. The one you are least likely to want to lose is sight, probably. It's so much of the world is structured around your sight that it would be so difficult to get used to not having it. Is what the feeling is. That might not be the case, but that's what it feels like. But then, so it's not sight for sure. I want to also like see things and look at people. Like I feel like that's nice. That's a nice thing to have. I like to play video games. Video games oftentimes require you to look at the thing, right? So I would not want to lose that. I could not lose my sense of hearing because I like music too much, and also like I cannot imagine communicating with people without being able to hear them. Like I would rather, okay, it's in order, right? It's sight, it's sound, and then what is it? And then it's sense of touch. What is it? Sight, sound. What are my senses? Hold on. My eyes, my ears. My eyes, my ears, my mouth, my nose. And taste. Yes, there you go. It's okay. In order of importance, it's sight, it's sound. It is touch. Actually, I think I want my smell back. I regret it immediately. I don't want my I want my sense of smell to remain intact. I need to know if I smell bad. I cannot deal with the okay, that's, you know what, that's another anxiety I have. Like, what if I smell bad and I don't notice? Isn't that an insane thing to think about? Because you are used to your own scent. You know what you smell like too well. To the point where you can't accurately know what you smell like because you smell like normal. You know what I mean? You smell like default. Shit. So if you smell bad, you wouldn't know if you were used to smelling bad. I smell fine, probably, but I have the anxiety that maybe I'm just tripping. And I thought I smelled fine, but in actuality, like, people like hold their nose when they're, I was gonna say when they're off screen. No, when they're like off, when they're off stage. No, when they're out of sight. I'm cool. Excuse me. Am I the only one? Am I insane? I have the same fear. Thank you. I'm actually, I'm losing it. I'm airing out all of my, like, the things that I'm anxious about, trying to be, like, relatable. And if nobody says, yeah, that's relatable, I'm gonna, that's an anxiety, okay? I would feel terribly anxious if I said, isn't this thing that I'm worried about also something that everyone else worries about and nobody says anything? I feel fucked up, okay? That's fucked up for me. I can't do that. I can't. What the hell am I doing this stream for then? Because surely not everyone can relate to everything that I say, right? Like at some point I'll say something that's too weird. That everyone's gonna be like, no, what are you on about, dude? I have the same thing, but I'm an anxious person by nature. Okay. What is that? What does that even mean, though? Because, like, I don't know if I'm anxious, actually. Am I anxious? Because do I need to get this checked if I'm anxious? Or can I kind of just go about my day? Like, I don't think I have a disorder. Because I can function and do stuff even though I'm worried about things. I can like get a grip and I can go, okay, I need to lock in. I can get a grip and lock in and think to myself, okay, I'm freaking out about this thing. But more importantly than that, I need to lock in so I can do this thing. Oh my, oh! Excuse me, what? Damn it. I'm so bad. I thought you lost your sense of taste already based on how much you like the Stanley Parable. You're not a real person. I don't have to engage with you when you say something that I disagree with. Get wrecked. How do you like that, huh? How do you like that person who's been a member for like a whole year since I started membership? You're actually not a real person and I can ignore you anytime I want. Oh, I'm so good at this game. I'm so good at this game. I'm actually so good at this game. I'm actually so good at this game. My senses all are messed up to some small degree. Lost that confused sense of smell a lot. I could live without it. I can imagine that is a different conversation if your senses are not like, are not compromised. Compromise is not the word. Like, is compromise the word? If your senses are not the way... Is compromise the word? Somebody help me. Would I say that someone's senses are compromised, or is that like a... I imagine if your senses are somewhat limited due to certain factors that would influence your like take on this. Like if I asked someone who was blind, what they would rather lose. That's like a stupid question. That's a shitty, stupid question to ask a blind person. But like I'm assuming everyone here is typical in their ability to experience like the senses, right? In which case, surely it would suck to lose your sight the most, and then sound, and then smell. Because what if you smell bad and you don't know? I could lose my sense of taste. Actually, now that I think about it, I would rather my sense of touch. I wanna be able to like touch things. I wanna be able to feel stuff. I don't know how you would lose your sense of touch anyways, like unless you become like a ghost. But I'm okay with losing my sense of taste because I don't use it. I don't use it enough. I do not use it enough. I get way too much shit from my friends for like just nodding along and saying, yeah, that thing is good. This tastes good. This smells good. Without like, you know, justifying it or whatever. What if you're like Daredevil blind? You mean like where you don't have like, you can't see the image in front of you, but you can feel your surroundings through his like heightened sense of echolocation? Question mark? I still wouldn't want that. I feel like that would still be too much. I would unironically kill myself. Don't ever start a sentence with okay, I can't read. I'm sorry. You said I would ironically. You said ironically, and I read unironically, and I was gonna go on a whole tirade about why you shouldn't say I would unironically kill myself. And then I realized I misread you. That's another anxiety I have, is misreading people and misunderstanding what they mean. Fortunately, streaming is a trial by fire because you are inevitably going to misunderstand what people say, and that's fine. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I missed. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at the video game. I'm so bad at the video game. Shit. Why? Fuck the strawberry, man. Okay, I'm getting the strawberry. No, I need to get the strawberry. Oh no. Oh no, I rushed it. Ah! I'm not doing this. Fuck this. It's giving me anxiety. Strawberries give me anxiety. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. The typo saved me, I guess. Okay, don't say that shit unironically. Don't say it. Don't say it. You're worried about smelling bad, meanwhile I worry about not picking up on a gas leak or something? I don't care if I don't. No, but like that can already happen, right? Because there can be gas leaks that are what's the word? Unpungent? You can't smell it. Unodorous? Unodorous. What's the word for when something doesn't smell like anything? That's a thing that exists. Gases like that exist that can kill you, right? This is a real thing. That's why in labs they have to intentionally make certain chemicals smell like something, so that if it leaked, you would know that there's a problem, right? But at that point, they also have other safety measures like alarms and shit. I'm sure. Unscented. That's the word. It's looking a lot nicer in here. Can you show me to the exit now? But Mrs. Madeline, you barely enjoy the myriad. Excuse me, I needed to burp. That's another anxiety I have, is I forget. I don't mute myself in time when I need to burp, and then I burp into the microphone, and I don't want to burp into the microphone. But Miss Madeline, you barely enjoy the myriad luxuries that our hotel has to offer. We can talk more once I finish cleaning. I'm very busy. Yes, young people have no respect these days. You're welcome, sheesh. That's true. Young people don't have any respect nowadays because there's like nothing to respect. Like look at it this way. What the fuck do I have? What the fuck do? What the? I'm 60 years old, by the way. What does the average young person have to respect growing up and like witnessing this fucked up state of the world and existence? Like there are some things that are nice, but also it's not hard to lose respect. Theo, are you a guest here too? Madeline, I'm so happy to see you right now. I'm all about spooky mysteries, but this is getting too real. You talk to Mr. Oshiro? I think he could really use our help. You think? He's a creepy old weirdo. I bet he's cleaning out a nook to hide our bodies as we speak. Maybe. I'm gonna crawl through this vent. It's blowing cold air in from outside. Come on. Mr. Oshiro's troubled, but I don't think he wants to hurt us. He just needs to clean up this mess. I want to help him. Madeline is very sweet, but this is dangerous. We need to get out of here and call an expert on creepy old dudes. We aren't prepared for this. I think I can get through to him. Go on ahead and I'll catch up with you later. Man, you're more stubborn than my sister. I thought that was impossible. Take care of yourself. Thanks, Theo. See you outside. I'm not doing a voice, by the way. Like, I'm not doing multiple voices. I'm doing like literally one voice in my head, and that's all I'm doing. Home gases and odor added. That's right. Anyways, like I could lose my sense of taste before my sense of I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. What am I? Are the dots following me? Oh, they are. Oh! They are following me. Okay, okay. I just noticed that. Sorry, I just noticed. Touch is also horrible because you will lose more by not being able to feel pain. Yes, that's true. Like, if I got into a freak accident, at least my body would be able to scream at me and go, this is a freak accident, get out. Anyways. Whereas, if I lost that sense, I would not be able to tell danger. I'm so good. I'm so good at this game. And so I would not want to lose my sense of touch. Also because I think like touching things is nice. Touching things and touching like the texture of some stuff is really nice, don't you think? The texture of some stuff is like bad, but some stuff is really nice. Like I don't want to touch certain, okay, what's like a thing that I don't like the texture of? I don't really like the texture of like denim. Okay, it's not true. I think I like touching denim. I don't like the way it feels on my skin. I don't know how to explain it. Like I wear denim on occasion, but decreasingly so because I realize like the only reason I wear it is because like other people wear it. You need sense of touch. Without it, you're in deep trouble. You are a ghost without the sense of touch, right? That is not a platform. That is not a platform. Does pain fall under touch? I imagine it more as if you feel as if you're floating or underwater, just very disorienting. Maybe that's the case too. I imagine it as like your tactile senses are no longer, which includes touch. Sorry, which includes pain, right? Like if you hit something, if you hit something and you didn't feel like you touched it, but you felt the pain, you would, what is pain, right? What is if a door slams on me and it pinches a bit of my skin off, that's pain, that hurts. I will feel a sharp sense of pain, but in addition to that, I feel the pain coming from that part of my body. So therefore, that's touch, right? Surely. That is a wall. Okay. Like the movie Kick-Ass? I don't know the movie Kick-Ass. I'm sorry. I think I've watched it, but it was many years ago. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Like you'll have difficulty moving and get injured all the time? Yeah. Okay, so we can't lose touch. That might be more important than sight, actually. Is it? I don't know. It might not be as important as sight. Oh, I start all the way from here. Okay. I don't know if I could. Okay, I get injured. Say I get injured from moving. I'm touching something. I would not feel pain, because if I felt pain, I'd be like, damn, okay, something's wrong. Which kind of is part of the reason why it's important to have a sense of touch, is because you need to know, damn, something's wrong, right? Right? If you lose touch, does that mean you can't get endorphins from human contact? Okay, I didn't even think about that. Okay, you're watching a VTuber stream. I just want to give you anxiety for a second by highlighting the fact that it is statistically likely that you are very touch starved right now. You are a 30% American middle-aged woman, and you are touch starved. Can you imagine this state of being forever? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're like literally like, maybe you're literally touching someone while watching the stream. Don't do that. Don't touch someone to my stream. Don't do that. Don't. What the fuck? What the hell am I saying? What the fuck am I saying? Get me out of this. Get me out of it. Okay. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm fine. I'm actually fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. This could not hurt me. Nothing can hurt me. Literally nothing can hurt me. Fuck, it hurt me. You are a middle-aged woman, and you are touch-starved. Probably. You're also 30% American. Imagine this state of you being the case forever. That's the touch. That's what it's like to lose your sense of touch, right? Surely. Ah! Ah! Okay, it's not. Thank you, Tara, for 12 months of member. Thank you for being a member of the highest tier of thing that I put in as a joke. I hope it's actually as affordable as you say it is. Due to wacky currency conversions. So do you or do you not endorse touching someone to your streams? Like, okay, you do what you want, but don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't fucking want to know. Don't tell me. I don't want to. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know anything about what's going on with anyone's lives ever. Fuck that. Okay. Oh my god. I can get the strawberry, but at what cost? Holy shit. I'm gonna do it. Okay, whatever. Oh no. I have to do this section all over again. Where I just got lucky with the timing. Self-inflicted damage? I was referring to not getting endorphins from a hug or high five. Have you no idea why you went there? Okay, no. I was thinking that too. And then I did not think about it. I was thinking that, and then I did not think any further. And then I realized what I said, and then I thought further. No, it's literally fine, okay? This is... I'm not a prude. It's not like I'm a prude, okay? It's just I don't want to know what goes on. I don't want to know anything. Ever, in general. But I don't want... Specifically, I don't want to know what goes on. I'm telling you, I touch myself. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Sky... Channeling my inner Skylar White. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, no. That kills me. I'm alive. I'm so good at this game. Okay. Hang on. I can calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. What do we do after this? What do we do? Okay, I did that. And then I just go grab the strawberry. Don't even bother standing on the middle stone. Just jump over. And then jump to dash to get the strawberry. And then climb the wall. And then get back on there. Okay? Okay. Ah! Whatever, it's fine. Anyways, I would not want to lose my sense of touch. I think I like my sense of touch. Ah! So that means I'm most likely going to get rid of my sense of taste or my sense of smell. But I also like them. I think maybe my sense of smell I need for danger. Do you need your sense of taste or anything? What do you actually need your sense of taste for? Now, I know obviously it's a big loss. It is obviously true that if you're British, it wouldn't matter. It's obviously true that if you lose your sense of taste, like you lose out on a lot of the delicacies of the world. Poison? Poison doesn't taste like poison. Poison tastes like the Dark Souls you died sound effect that triggers when you die. Like, you don't get to taste poison. Why would you be able to taste poison? The moment it hits you, you're dead. What would the point of that even be if you could? Like, obviously you can go like, okay, but it's a certain dosage of poison, but still. Dude, no! I cannot touch the surface. I can't touch the surface. I was on a flow there. So, okay, other than your enjoyment of food, what do you lose out on? I don't think you lose out on anything, right? You don't. You yell like Keanu Reeves in that one BTS clip from The Matrix. What are you talking about?
I can say whatever I fucking want. I can say whatever I want. I can say whatever I fucking want. You old white prick. You old white prick. I'll smash this place to bits. See the whole place. Like, I'll smash this place to bits.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'll smash this place to bits.
Fucking bits. You can't control me.
You can't control me.
You can't control me. You're dead. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Fucking kill you. Fucking dead. Fuck you. And
Why did they censor "fuck you" and "fuck your mother"? Like, why was I can clearly lip read that that's what he said. Why did they censor that? What was the point? Why is that where they draw the line?
One of the only times you'll ever get to improv for Wachowskis.
I know. I couldn't believe it. Did you see how happy Keanu the actor got? Whoa.
That's not the same. You guys, no, it's not. He sounds like Moist Critical here.
I can say whatever I can.
I don't yell like this. No, I do not yell like that. You're literally wrong. That's an incorrect interpretation. Not true. Fuck. He literally sounds like Moist Critical. Yes. I'm telling you, man. Ow. Not accidentally eating something nasty, but I guess smell helps there too. Yeah, okay, so you know what I think is weird to like think about? Smell is part of taste. Because when you smell something, the particles are entering your body, right? I don't know how it works, but I know that if you are smelling like the shit in a toilet, it's going into your body, and therefore you are tasting shit. You are eating shit every time you go into like a public bathroom. I know that's true. Fuck! Okay. Do you think you'd eat healthier or not if everything tasted like crackers? I would probably eat healthier, yeah. But I already eat healthy because everything kind of tastes like crackers to me. That's not true. I don't actually not have a sense of taste. It's just I generally am not very picky with my food. That's all. Like, I know when something tastes good, but I don't feel when something tastes bad. I don't think, ew, get that out of my fucking table. I just go, well, it's sustenance, yum yum. Like, I'll make a better dish next time. Like that. Or maybe not that. Maybe not I'll improve. It's more like, okay, I'll save up money so that in one of these weekends I can maybe afford to go out like once, and then I'll be able to taste really good food. And then until then, I'm just gonna like work with what I've got. Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm so good at this game. We solved the last thing. The sensors between smell and taste are similar, but air acting versus direct contact. Okay. Yeah, so you are eating shit every time you go into like a public bathroom. You're eating everyone else's shit. I just want you to know that. The kind of person that will make a chicken breast smoothie. I've literally never made a chicken breast smoothie. I'm not opposed to the idea. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I should not self-incriminate like this. An old paper sticks out amid the clutter. Attention hotel staff. Celestial Resort Hotel. It is my sad duty to inform you that the Celestial Resort Hotel will close indefinitely following this season, due to circumstances beyond our control. It is an honor to have served alongside you all, as we work tirelessly to ensure that our guests enjoy the most hospitable and memorable experience possible. I write this with a heavy heart. This hotel has become my home. Its staff and patrons, my family, I will miss you all dearly. Mr. Oshino. Damn. But we cleared it up for him. What is that? We have a video game? Oh my god, a video game inside a video game? Celeste inside Celeste? They're making me play Celeste inside Celeste. Why are they making me play Celeste inside Celeste? Dude, okay, is it fucked up that like I'm playing this and I'm thinking somebody's gonna like I'm gonna turn around from this computer and then get jump scared? Like somebody's gonna reach their arm over and it's like this big, tall, dark, shadowy figure that goes, "Ah!" and then I'm gonna die. And then it's gonna game over. That's an anxiety I have. Every game is now a horror game. Fuck all of you for making me play horror games, because now every time I play something that even remotely resembles some sort of horror trope, I feel like it's immediately going to be a jump scare. Like I can't. Like every moment of my life I'm playing a video game that I do not know. Like if I've already played it, obviously I know it won't happen. Or if I've watched someone else play it, I would know. But then if I play a game I've never played before, even if it's not a horror game, I'm thinking like Chica the chicken. I'm thinking like Foxy Freddy. That's two characters. I'm thinking Freddy Fazbear is going to jump through my screen at any point. Like that could happen. That could happen. I know that's not true objectively, but I can't stop thinking that it would happen. I cannot stop thinking that it could happen. It's fucked up, man. I can't reach that. I can reach it now. Does everything taste the same because you drench your meal in salad sauce? I hate salad sauce, salad cream. I do not like sauces. I actually just don't want to add salad sauces into anything. I feel like I want to just have a meal and eat the foods. If somebody else puts sauce onto something, I'll eat the sauce, obviously. But if it's just me, okay. But if it's just me, eating something that like has been served a specific way, I will not add to it. And I find it weird because I'm like, I respect whoever made the dish. Probably knows what they're doing, right? Unless they go, okay, you should add stuff. Then I'll go, okay, I'll think about it. And then I don't end up doing it anyways because I'm lazy, but... Wait, I'm actually so good at this game. Wait, I'm actually insane. You got this part spoiled? Fuck you! Chicken breast smoothie is just an uncooked chicken nugget. True. True. I don't know what that is. Food. Is it a double jump? What am I doing? Am I playing Celeste in Celeste? Shit. I died. I die. How do I not die? I gotta wait patiently for the thing, for the taxi. How do I get the... Oh. Okay, I got it. Oh my god. Okay, okay. I need to wall jump. Is that what I need to do? I don't need... That's not what I need to do. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know how to do this. Can I leave? How do I leave? I'm gonna exit Pico 8. Okay, I can play from the main menu. Okay, I don't have to do that. Okay. Okay, okay. You're a dry food person? Okay, no. But if the food is dry, the food's dry. You know what I mean? I'm not going like, yum, the food is dry. But if it's dry, it's dry. Okay, I'm a firm believer that I shouldn't cook anything. I like, okay. You know what I don't have? You know what I'm not anxious about? I am not anxious about somebody else cooking my food. I like when somebody else cooks my food. Because if somebody else is cooking my food, I know they're gonna either do a better job than me, or if they do a worse job, it's fine, because at least, like, I don't have to do it. I hate cooking. I hate cooking. I actually just, because I feel like it's such a, you know what cooking feels like? Cooking feels like if I had to, can you imagine if you had to like make your own clothes? There you are. You certainly have a knack for wandering off. It was tough, but I sorted everything out for you. The Celestial Resort Hotel extends its gratitude for your assistance, Miss Madeline. Of course, the staff had the mess under control. Oh, sure, yeah. How humiliating! You must be eager to see your room. It's just up the elevator and down the hall. Sure, what the heck. Show me the presidential suite. It sounds lovely. Now's your last chance, Oshiro. Don't lose her now. Room. Is there anything down there? That's where we were. Oh, this is the... I see. This is the place that was once infested and is now, like, clean. I forgot how to double jump. I remember how to double jump. I do. It's not our fault the RPG about vampires had a haunted mansion section. How are we supposed to know? You literally knew and you made me do it. Fuck you. I'm so freaked out. I'm still thinking about that. I'm still freaked out. And it's not even that bad. It's honestly not even that bad. Because, like, the thing is, I've still played it. I couldn't play through Resident Evil 9. Like, or whatever the new one is. 9, right? I couldn't play through it. I would pause the game and I would go, like, I can't play this game. I'm gonna get a heart attack and I'm gonna die. That's how I would react if I had to play, like, a Resident Evil. So it wasn't even that bad, but like, my god. I cannot deal with a horror game. Like, not even just right now, just in general. He would absolutely survive out of kibble. I wouldn't want kibble, but I would, I could beggars can't be choosers, okay? You can't be picky. What am I doing? Dude, what am I doing? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Hold on. Dude, okay, I'm bad. Like any misogynist, you want women to do the cooking for you? Okay, I'm actually like a pro-women. I'm actually a misandrist because I think, in my experience in my life, women have made better food than the men. That's not true, actually. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Out of the people I know... Actually, out of the people I know... No, okay. Here's my assessment. Here's my sushi take, okay? On average, the women I know cook better than the men I know. Like, if we had to pit all the women I know in my life against all the men I know in my life, the men are losing for sure. For sure. But I think like it's purely coincidental, but I have one or two close friends who are male who are extremely good chefs, to the point where it's like whenever we would hang out, like the expectation is they would cook, but obviously like I'm gonna do my best to assist in any way that does not involve cooking it, because I would fuck it up if I cooked it. But I'll like do the dishes. I'll contribute more to the shopping budget and everything. Like the expectation is I cannot cook and I won't do it. But like, you know, this is a distribution of resources. You know, okay, my train of thought earlier was interrupted by myself, but this is literally, what the fuck? Oh, hello. My train of thoughts interrupted again. What was I gonna say? Before I read this dialogue, I need to remember what I was gonna say. Can you imagine making your own clothes yourself? Like, yeah, that'd be nice. You'd think, oh my god, yeah, I can like knit my own sweaters and like do my everything. But like, can you imagine having to do it every day? Like, okay, imagine it didn't take, okay, it's hard because there's like, it takes a long time to make. Imagine if making your own clothes took like an hour. You could do that and it's nice and you can customize it in whatever way you want, and you could, you know, design whatever you're wearing. But unless you're really good at designing clothes and making clothes, your clothes, like, you're likely going to wear a t-shirt and some form of shorts, and that's your whole outfit for the day, every day for the rest of your life. Fuck that. I don't want to make my own clothes. Somebody who's good at it should make clothes and I should be able to buy them. Okay, that's what's happening right now. Now granted, you can get into like fast fashion and the horrors of late stage capitalism on the effect that it has on water wastage and, like, you know, the general wastage of clothes, and, you know, point to where a lot of first world countries ship their unused clothes to, and where it's all piled up, and you can like make a lot of criticisms about that, but at the end of the day, I don't want to make my own fucking clothes. Somebody else should make them, okay? And likewise, I think somebody else should make my own food, not me, because it's like I could maybe even if I could, it's such a waste of my time. Not in the sense that like, oh, I'm better than that, but that in the sense that I'm worse than that. I couldn't do it as well as somebody else. Somebody else should do it because they're better at it. You see what I mean? Cancel this man. Playing as Grace will kill you for real? Is that like a part of the game later? Don't tell me. I'm probably not going to play it anyways, but actually you can tell me if you want. I don't mind. I'm gonna take a nap, I think. What the fuck? He's saying women are good because they cook him food. That's literally not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying on average, the women in my life cook food better than the men in my life, because the troughs are really low for men. The troughs are really low. He's saying all women are good for cooking, but for great cooking you need men. That's literally not what I'm saying. That's literally not what I'm saying. That sounds a bit like what I'm saying. That's fucked up. That's not what I meant. Fuck you. I'm just saying, I don't know why, but I feel like on average, women are a little bit better at taking care of themselves. Among the women I know. Not women in general. I'm not trying to make a grand statement on 4 billion people. This is more like, I don't know, 50? This isn't 4 billion people. The sample size for this like experiment that I'm running in my head right now is like 50 people, okay? It's like I only know like 50 people. Let me think. Do I know 50 people? I think I know 50 people. 50 people, yeah. Yeah. We live in a society. Grace from RE9. Oh, okay, yeah. Playing Grace in RE9 would actually kill me, and that's why I can't play it. Name 50 women right now. They would all be my friends, so no. I'm not doxing all of my friends' names. You thought you got me? You couldn't. I would never dox my friends' names. Okay? And you're gonna go, no, name 50 famous women. Actually, I think it doesn't matter if you're famous. I think you're valid. even if you're not famous. And because of that, I'm not going to name 50 famous women who are public figures. So what you're saying is what you're saying is we should have our own sweatshops in our homes like the Chappelle Show skit. What I'm saying is we should have everything outsourced and efficient. I'm saying this as someone who just tried to strawman a pro-capitalist stance like an hour ago, and I'm now unironically going like, I actually think that labor should be distributed in a way that is efficient for the market economy. He can't. Okay, I'm ignoring you, and I'm gonna read the dialogue in the game now. Man, it's amazing here. How's it going with El Creepo? I helped him clean up that huge mess, but he was kind of a jerk about it, and he still thinks he can convince me to stay. Madeline, seriously, my bad idea radar is off the charts in this one. You should get out of here. If I disappear now, Mr. Oshiro could have a meltdown. Maybe I could actually do something good for once. Forget your karma, dude. I think the guy's going to melt down no matter what. You have to think about your safety. Yeah, I'll be okay. Yeah, I didn't expect you to listen. See you on the outside, jailbird. Except Katy Perry and Amber Heard. I honestly I don't know, and I don't care for celebrities at all. I actually think one of the worst things you could be is famous. No, that's not true. I used to like idolize people who were famous because I thought they were famous for a reason, for like a good reason. Because the thing is, like, if you know, I don't know, if you know, when you're like a kid, right? You know Isaac Newton. You know like Albert Einstein. You know like, I cannot think of another famous person off the top of my head. They're both physicists. And now all I can think of are physicists, like Stephen Hawking. I like the people you learn about who are like well-known people tend to be like people who have contributed a significant thing to like a field, right? And so because of that, I always thought that, okay, being famous means like has to be, if you're famous, you've done something right. You know, you've done something for a field of research, or you've done something that warrants people knowing who you are. And now that's not true. Now we know in our current digital social media age that fame doesn't mean shit. God damn it. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, it's clearly not that. What? Oh! Okay. Oh my god! Oh. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, ah! Oh. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. What other anxieties do I have? I need more anxieties. Let me think about more anxieties. One of my anxieties is that because I'm streaming a video game, I'm expected to be good at the video game. And then when I'm not good at the video game, the whole thing is pointless. Which is not true, because like you're supposed to have fun.
I need more anxieties.
I don't need, okay, I need to verbalize more anxiety. Because I need to get over it. Okay, I'm giving up on the strawberry because I don't even know how you would do that. Is there any reason to... Oh. Okay. Oh, ow. Ow. Okay. Wait, but I literally... No, I'm not gonna. For the only celebrities you knew as kids were from the Enlightenment, I learned fame wasn't merit-based because Johnny Depp was paid $1 million for his terrible role in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, yes. Actors are paid. Some actors are extremely underpaid because acting is an art form that deserves a lot of praise and respect. On the other hand, some fuckasses get paid way too much to appear in the next, like, consumable slot. So I don't know. Please! Oh my god, no! I can't climb. I forgot how to climb. I keep forgetting how to climb in, like, the worst possible move. But anyways, yeah, for a while I thought being famous was good. And one of my things on my bucket list was like, I want to be famous and I want a Wikipedia page of me. Because if I had a Wikipedia page of me, surely I did something right. Surely I was so good and I contributed to something so important that it was worth having me remembered. I just wasted my fucking boost. I'm gonna kill myself. Okay. What? That shouldn't kill me. And then now that I've been disillusioned and know that actually it's not the case that being famous necessarily means you've done good, I still nonetheless want to be famous. I want to be famous in that I still want that Wikipedia page, but, and that recognition, but I should earn it. I don't want to be famous from some random. Okay, you know what I would be anxious about? You know what, I figured it out. Here's what I'm anxious about. I would be anxious about being well known or being famous or just, you know, being known in general, right? For something that happened to me, not something that I did. Because if something happened to me, that's out of my control completely. Like if I got into a freak horrible accident and Charis Euphranor was like highlighted in blue in Wikipedia, and there's like early life, childhood, late 60s, and then like unconventional demise, like he got thrown into a meat grinder. That would suck. Like I don't want to be known as like the guy that got thrown into a meat grinder, because like I didn't do anything important yet, but like I will do something important eventually, I think. And when that happens, I need to be remembered for that thing I did that's important, not for this other thing that happened to me, because I want the recognition of me to be based off of my merits and not based off any other bullshit. I think I would hate being an internet micro celebrity or whatever because of that as well, because then you just become like the person who this thing happened to, or the person who did this one thing. You're like immediately categorized into this one niche thing. I do not, like, I joke about it, but I would hate if I were actually, if somehow by some merit and through some reason I became like a class of 09 content creator. I would hate that shit. So thank God that has not happened, and it won't happen, because I refuse to participate in it. But if I were tempted to, no, I wouldn't. I would never be tempted. This is it, Oshiro, your last chance. You already ruined it, making a guest clean up your mess. She'll never stay. No, she's still here. There's still a chance. The presidential suite is the key. It will surely impress her. Get it together, Oshiro. Dude, he's literally making my stay worse. Here you are, Miss Madeline. Follow me quickly, we're almost there. How am I supposed to do that? You blocked the path forward. Okay. How do I get that strawberry? Okay, not that way. That's not how you do it. I'm dead. Okay. That killed me? I wasn't even aiming for that. Whatever. Dude, okay. Hold on. I can do this. I can't do this. Hold on, I can do this. I can't do this. I can do this.
We've all
I
been
can't do
Mr.
this.
Oshiro at some point or another.
I can't do this. I can do this. I can't do it. Hold on. I'm right there. I'm not close at all. I'm actually so close. I could do it. I can't do it. I'm literally 2 seconds away from this. I just need to lock in for 2 seconds. I just need to lock in. Hold on. I just need to lock in for 2 seconds. I just need to lock in for 2 more seconds. Okay, hold on.
Hi, sorry we were doing Loki's campaign. Lock in, please.
No! I could literally do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can do this. I can do this. This is not it. This is not right. Hold on. I'm not reading a single chat message until I get this. I don't even care. I can't do this. No, I can do this. I can do this. All I need to do is I need to jump off this bit here. I need to jump off this bit here. Avoid this guy. I need to get here. I can't. Hold on. I'm okay. Okay. I need to jump down. Jump. Wall.
I can say whatever.
Hello, Alex. Hello, Anna. Sorry we were doing Lucky's campaign. Who's we? Also, hello everyone who joined just now. This
How
is the
far in
anxiety
this game
stream.
is he?
I'm super far. Oh my god, why are you both here? Go away. Oh, actually, hold on. You guys get to watch. You guys get to watch me do this really cool stunt in like literally one go. This is like such a hard level. This is an extremely difficult part of the game. It's like the hardest part in the game. This is the Millennia Blade of Mikula of Celeste. And you're about to watch me do it in one go. You're about to watch me do it in one attempt. Are you ready? It's gonna be so crazy. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, please. Okay. It's actually so easy though. Because you literally all you need to do is jump here. Okay, all you need to do is... Yeah, I fucked it up. It's over. You need to not touch the edge of the grass. You need to not touch the edge of that grass. I touched the edge of that grass. I need to touch the like non-edge and then jump over here and then die. I need to die. I need to do it again. I can't. I had a conversation going. Somebody recap everyone else who just joined the stream on what we were talking about the past like hour, please. 2 hours? I've been doing this for 2 hours? Oh my god. Why? I'm almost done. I could... Okay. Okay. I swear it's harder than it looks. You need to know that it's a lot harder than it looks. And I lost it. I fucked up. Reach it from that distance, you have to wall jump it. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. You have to wall jump it from the... Okay, it's literally impossible. It's literally impossible. Fuck that. It's literally impossible. It's actually impossible. I'm not doing it. It's actually impossible. Because you can't... Because how are you supposed to claim the strawberry? Because the way you claim the strawberry is by standing on still ground, right? The issue with that is you can't... You need to jump literally right at the edge of that... Son of a bitch. Hold on. I got it! No! Okay, it's impossible. I literally did it. I literally did that just now, and it just didn't work. The game's bugged. I touched the strawberry, I got on the ground, and then it didn't register. All of your regulars? Okay, how dare you attend a social event where you meet with each other and do something that's real, like interacting in a reciprocal setting instead of watching my stream where I tell you to go away and interact with each other in a reciprocal setting. How dare you do that? How dare you go do the thing that I keep telling you to do when you're in my stream? How could you do this to me? Ah! Okay. Okay. Why is this? Okay. When will this end? When will this end, man? Okay, I can literally just go up here, right? Wait, that's so easy. Wait, did I just find the cheat code? No, I didn't. It's Mr. Oshiro's diary. The final entry appears to be decades old. As of today, the hotel is officially closed. Charlotte organized the staff for a farewell hike up the mountain. Most of us have never seen the summit. It seemed like a fitting goodbye, but when the time came, I couldn't bear to leave without looking around one last time. I told them to go on without me. I will catch up with them soon, after I double-check that everything is in order. I can't believe my time here is over. What am I going to do now? Perhaps I'll stay one last night at the hotel and I can have a proper goodbye. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna sacrifice me to, like, the mountain or something. He's gonna sacrifice me to the mountain. But also this game is about, like, forgiveness and mental health, so he probably wouldn't do that. Right? I don't know, actually. I must imagine Charis happy. I'm happy, I think. Kara said we're all touch-starved middle-aged women. I said that, but that's one of the 2,000 things I've said about you, and that you just picked the worst one. You're cherry picking, and that makes your argument weak. It's because he's a baby wavy. Same energy as when 10-year-olds think 18-year-olds are old. Let me think about that. Is that true? Are 18-year-olds old? 18-year-olds need to act like 18-year-olds. I feel like 18-year-olds nowadays are acting like 15-year-olds. According to, like, some of my grandkids. I feel like some of my grandkids are acting their age, and some of them are acting like 5 years below their age. Something about phones. I'll rant about something... Some sort of phone bad, you know, sentiment I will share in a bit. After I clear this level is what I was gonna say, but I guess I did. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is this? I'm not taking my key on this adventure. How would that even work? Oh, I see how that would work. Okay, I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing that right now. We were talking about things that would make us anxious. Okay, I've now that I've opened that, I can come back and do this, right? Oh my god. Go away, is that how you treat your kind-hearted, supportive gen mates? Yes. Look, I'm not gonna defend my behavior. But I will say that it is my behavior. Ow. Also, somebody said I yell like Keanu Reeves in the behind the scenes Matrix video, and I can't unhear it now.
I can say whatever I fucking want. I can say whatever I want!
I'm cheering for only Axe and Leon tomorrow. It's a co-op game. It's a co-op game, Tia. It's a co-op game. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I just want to clear it up. I'm not that hardcore of a gamer, unfortunately. I think I'm fine. Just like going through this. That is you. I denied it initially, but like the more I listen to it, the more I'm convinced actually. Somebody just recorded my dialogue. Have I mentioned this? I used to like, when I was younger, I would get, so this is the anxiety stream where we talk about things that make us anxious, right? And I've talked about enough things so far. But one of the things that made me anxious was the idea that, no, not the idea. One of the ways, sorry, let me restart. One of the ways I would deal with my anxiety was, I used to live in this apartment area where you would toss the bin away into this specific part of the building that was separated by like two really big doors. And the bin room was like in this secluded, isolated part of the building, because you know, you don't want the residents smelling the bin. So what would happen is I would go into this bin room, and every time I would go in, I would like open up, there were two doors. I would open up the first door, all like calm. I would like, you know, carry the trash in my hand. I would open it calm, and in the moment I open the second door, as the first door is closing, like, and it makes like this really big, like, bang, whenever I just like close the door. But it doesn't. That's not what made the noise. Hold on, let me think about this. Okay, no. Whenever I threw the trash away, I would go through the two doors, and then I would lift up the bin. There was this part of the bin that you had to like push a mechanism for. It was a bit janky, but you would push the mechanism up to reveal like the bin, and then you would toss your thing in the bin, and then it would close. But then when it closed, it made like a big bang noise. And normally that'd be really annoying, but because it's shut off by the double doors, nobody can hear it, right? So eventually, because I realized, oh, it's really soundproof, I would take out my anxiety by like yelling every time I threw my trash. Like I would get my trash, I would walk into the doors, I would open up the bin, I would toss it, and as it closed and as it made that big noise, I would time it with me yelling. I would literally do the Keanu Reeves Matrix scream as I closed it.
I can say whatever I fucking want. I can say.
I would close the bin and go, ah! And then like it would, and then that would pass, and then I would be like, I would be so back to normal. It fixed me. The bin room fixed me. I don't live there anymore, unfortunately. But if I did, I would love throwing the trash away. How am I supposed to? Okay. Shit. Oh my god, I start over there. Okay. You weren't here earlier, some of you guys, but I talked about the NL Super Cruise thing, which has now come back into my mind because I'm now thinking about like things that give me anxiety, right? And then one of the things that I would think would give me anxiety is like meeting anyone. Meeting anyone who knows me as Charis Euphranor would make me want to scream like Keanu Reeves there. And I cannot imagine like hosting a cruise with people who watch me. That's fucked up. I could not imagine doing that. I don't know how. And I mean, I guess that's why he canceled. I guess that's why he subsequently canceled in like 2 days. Because it's not just like oh no, it's people. But it's also like, these people know me for a specific thing. I don't like that they know me for a specific thing. That is not me in my totality. That's weird. On top of that, they're gonna have expectations. God damn it. My friend messaged me in the group chat when that got announced, like, let's do that. And as soon as it got canceled, we were like, oh, you were gonna do that? You were gonna go on the NL cruise? That's insane. That shit is like 2 months of rent. Maybe 1, depending on, you know, where you live, but still. I wasn't, but they wanted to. I mean, it would be really funny. Apparently it was nearly booked out too. In like a day. I think they only had like 30% of the spots left. People wanted to go. But also, like, you know, there's one guy that's going there genuinely thinking like, oh my god, I can't wait to spend time with my best friend Ryan Gary Letourneau. You know, somebody out there thinks that. And just that one person is enough to ruin it, you know what I mean? Maybe not to ruin it, but to make me feel weird about it. Like, that's the thing, is I know rationally that most of you are probably cool. But if I were to meet one person who's kind of weird, and I don't mean weird in like a you have alternate interests, I mean weird as in like you have no respect for my personal boundaries, then then that's going to ruin my perception of you forever. And I feel like I don't want that. I feel like I want to maintain. I feel like you can't see the damn screen as I talk through this. I just realized. But I feel like you... Oh. I feel like you don't need to be misrepresented by somebody who's not you. And that's why I will never do a meet and greet. I say this, and then this is the perfect time to flash forward to like a meet and greet. No, I would never do one. I would never do one. I would never do a meet and greet. If I did a meet and greet, it would not be between me and you. It would be between you and everyone else who also watches me. I would not show up. I will not show up to the Charis Euphranor event. If there is ever a Charis Euphranor event, I will be absent. At most, I will make a cameo appearance. I will do like a 1-minute video recording that's like, hello people in X event. It's me, Charis Euphranor. I just wanted to let you guys know that you are very cool, and I hope you enjoy the event. And then I would and then that would be the message. Okay, I don't want to be there because that's like not my. That's why I don't talk in the Discord. That's why I don't say anything in the Discord, except like announcements, where here's my schedule and here's what I'm doing, and I'm streaming on Saturday with Axion, and we're gonna play Left 4 Dead 2. Like that's all I'm gonna say, and then I clock out. I will read it occasionally, because I need to know that nothing illegal is going on in there. But I will not participate in it because it's like, this is not my space. You wouldn't meet up with us, Sad? I wouldn't meet up with like anyone. This is too scary. The thought of that is too frightening. Not in like the, oh no, what if you stab me? Which could happen. But in the, what if you see me and you realize who I actually am, and it's like, I'm actually a terrible person. I don't know that, okay? I don't know that. You didn't even post a schedule on YouTube? I did not? I did. Did I not? Hold on. Hold on, no way. I didn't. Oh, fuck, I didn't. No! Okay, hold on. We can fix this. We can fix this. I'm just, should I add like a quip about how, oh my god, I forgot to post this, or should I just let it blow over? I think I will literally just let it blow over. I will post it anyways, and I'll just forget. No, I'll pretend like I posted it exactly when I intended to. Yep, okay, I did. I just did that. You should give me full access to your YouTube channel in case you forget again. Full access? What would you do with that? Tell me what you would do with full access to my channel. Tell me right now. Tell me right now what you would do with full access to my YouTube channel. Would you want to look at my statistics? I literally let you guys look at my statistics. Would you want to post a video? I literally said you can, if you do anything with my content and you want me to post it, I will post it for you. Do you want to just say something with my name? Okay, well then you wouldn't, because people would know that you've taken over it. So this is effectively the same thing, actually. You've already taken over it. You could do whatever. There's nothing stopping you from doing what you wanted to do if you took control of my channel. Except maybe delete it. Actually, that's valid. If you said I would take control of the Charis Euphranor channel to delete it, I think that's valid. That's fair enough. Here we are, our award-winning presidential suite. Truly, it is the very definition of rustic luxury. I'll stand back and allow you to soak in the majesty. I understand it can be a lot to handle. This place stinks. Boo. So, what do you think? It's beautiful. The furniture looks expensive. It's very spacious. The colors are elegant. I can tell you put a lot of work into it. I knew it would impress you. Yeah. So, can I get on the roof from here? You imbecile, you're losing her! Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Value guests such as yourself stay in our finest accommodations at half price.
Then
I don't
tell you
wanna
to
stay.
change your password.
Please, Miss Madeline. Please stay. Mr. Oshiro, I've already been sidetracked too long. What the fuck is happening? That's my evil twin. That's not me. Madeline, sweetie, forget this loser. Loser? You're in denial, old man. This resort is a dump. No one would ever want to stay here. Someone had to say it. She doesn't mean that. I'm very busy. Please leave, Miss Madeline. Oh, fuck. Come on, Miss Madeline. You heard the man. Where would you be without me? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. That's a little too real. Hold on. That's... Oh, no. That's a little too real. Why would she say my beautiful hotel is a dub? Oh my god. That's too real, actually. No. Oh my god. You know what gives me anxiety? Here's another thing that's given me anxiety. I used to like... Okay. This reminded me of something. This pulled out a core memory from my soul. Hold on. Can I? Yes, I can say this. I can probably say this. Back when I was like... How old was I? 8 years old or something? I was in school. And the hot topic... I might have mentioned this on the channel before, maybe. I don't know. I've told too many embarrassing stories at this point to keep track. But back when I was like 8, the hottest thing in school was to talk about your crushes, right? That was like the thing. All the kids loved doing that. All the kids would go around going like, who do you have a crush on? Who do you have a crush on? And then people would go and interrogate everyone else, all of their friends, for the information, and you would like trade this information. Like it was a symbol of trust if you knew your friend's crush and your friend knew your crush. Now, the problem is I didn't have a crush on anyone at that stage in my life. So, and people just couldn't comprehend that I didn't. And so they would ask me names. No, it's gotta be this person. It's gotta be Madeline. It's gotta be, give me another name. I can't think of another name. Madeline, I only think of because she's like the character in this game. It's gotta be Celeste. It's gotta be, Cherry, right? It's gotta be one of them. And then they keep listing names. And I would go, no, it's not them. And then at some point, my friends got frustrated, and they were like, no, it is this person. Even when I insisted it wasn't. And the only way they would stop is if I gave a reason. I think you've told the story before. I might have. And then at some point, there was this girl, I forgot her name. I think her name was Mary. And she's like actually such a nice person. And I could not think of anything that was bad about this person. So naturally, you know, the conversation came to a point where they were like, okay, what about this person? What about Mary? Surely you have a crush. Surely you have a thing for Mary, right? And I would go like, nuh-uh, I don't. And they would go, yeah, you do. Why wouldn't you? She's, you know, and they would go like, she's so nice, and she's like, you know, smart or whatever. And she's like, so she's such a kind person to everyone. And then I said, I don't know why I said it, but I said, no, I would not like her because she's fat. And like, the moment those words came out of my mouth, I felt so bad. She wasn't even around to hear it. I don't think this person ever heard those words. So I don't think it ever hurt anyone. I don't think my friends, like, I think my friends, like, laughed at that. They were, like, chuckled a bit, and they were like, yeah. And then, like, moved on to the next person to, like, name and shame or whatever. But I felt that was me. That was my evil Madeline breaking through the glass to tell the guy, your place is like a dump. I honestly, like, and maybe then you're gonna ask me, was this person actually, like, overweight? No, man, no. She was like slightly bigger than some of the other girls, but that's because, like, you know, we were at an age where we were like growing up, so some people were growing up faster than other people, and she just happened to be, you know, slightly like taller and had like more meat on her bones. She wasn't even like overweight or chubby. She wasn't even chubby. She wasn't even like a little chubby. So I don't know what came over me and why I said it, but like the moment I said it, I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever said to any person, and I'm so sorry, and I will never say anything rude again. And I don't think I have. I don't think I've said anything rude to anyone ever again. Let me think. That's not true. Well, I try not to. Anyways, that scene reminded me of that. I don't know why I decided to retell it, but now you know. We're back at the mountain. I thought we'd never get rid of him. You owe me one. Add it to the list. Leave me alone. I thought you were so determined to keep climbing. Now all of a sudden you're some weirdo's therapist? Why won't you go away? Miss Madeline, before you go, I need to ask one question. Why would you be so nice to me only to run away? What did I do wrong? Look, I'm not running away. It's just like, look, man, okay. I'm nice to you, but you know, I'm on a journey, okay? You can be on this journey. Sorry, I can be on this journey and help you on the way, but I've got to go, okay? I've got a time limit. He started being Charis young. I didn't even mean it. I don't know why I said it. It was like so rude. It was such an awful thing to say about a person. Because then it's like, implicit in that obviously is like there's something wrong with being fat. Like, and that I don't like this person because of this. Like, there's so many insidious, implicit things within that I did not believe in at all. But I felt like I said probably in the moment because I heard the sentiment echoed around me. Probably. And I was weak. I caved under
Charis the fatist.
Societal, like, you know, pressure of upholding this weird standard of beauty to like another fellow 8-year-old. Like, am I insane? What the fuck am I talking about? She only helps people to feed her twisted ego. She never cared about you. Shut up. I just wanted to help. You're both pathetic. Pathetic? You only came here to humiliate me. I won't grovel at your feet any longer. Is this the boss fight? Oh, fuck. Damn. Alright. Oh, I'm dead. What the fuck? That kills you? Okay. I think the word is fat phobe. I'm a little worried if, like, I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to do this. What am I supposed to do? Literally, what am I supposed to do? Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's not land. That's not land. Okay, it starts from here. I don't want to battle this guy. I don't feel good about this. I jumped. Whatever. The traps you weren't, but your soul was weak. Yes. In my defense, I was 8 years old. And like that shit, I won't say that traumatized me, but that certainly was an event in my mind that has stuck all of these years. Like, at least for 52 years, because now I'm 60, right? Like, that event has stuck in my mind for at least 52 years. And I still think about that from time to time. That's probably the one moment in my life where I said something mean because I caved to societal pressure to do so. I've never done that. That's never happened to me again. That's never happened to me again. I'm dead. I missed the strawberry. Can I go back and get it? Okay, I can. Oh my god. One of the things that gives me anxiety is the idea that perhaps I might make a mistake that I made previously. It's a weird thing to be anxious about, I don't know. But whenever I make a mistake, I think that's okay. And the reason I think that's okay is because I won't make it again. And I think that's built a weird aversion I have to making the same mistake twice. Because I can excuse myself fucking up once. I didn't know. And I don't mean like in a video game. I mean like just like in life. I mean like I can think of many reasons. I can't. Wait, what? How do I get there? Okay, fucking. How do I get there? How do I get up there? What? Okay. Okay, now that he's away from my life. What? How do I get up there? Okay, hold on. Let me get the, What? Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay. I didn't know you could step on his head like that. One of the things I fear is like making the same mistake twice. Because if you make it once, shame on me. Well, if you fool me once, you can't fool me again. Every time I listen to like Forest Hill Drive, I cringe a little bit at that sample because I'm like, oh no, this is a real person that said those things. This guy's like a president. Hold on. Where's that bit? Hold on. Fool me once. No. That's like that's the name of a stand-up routine. Fool me once. You can't. Yeah, George Bush.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
You fool me, you can't get fool me again. You can't do that. You can't fool me again. And it's not so much like me being deceived by people, because I feel like that's like intent and there's some sort of malice in there, but like you can't fool me again. I feel as though a mistake should not happen more than once because you know better. Maybe that's like the core of what I feel about this. Or how I feel about this. Because... No. Yes, that's true. Because when other people make mistakes that they've made time and time again, I get really frustrated. I don't know why. If somebody else fucks up for the first time, I go, well, yeah, it's because they've never fucked up before. They've never fucked up in that way before. But then if they keep fucking the same thing up, I get a little annoyed. Not like annoyed. I get frustrated. Because I think in my head, like... No, what do I don't think less of the person. But I feel like... What do I feel like? I feel like I don't know how to react to it. Okay, I can't get the strawberry. I'm gonna give up. I died. Mistakes happen when you give second chances. I think the worst thing I did at 8 was not stand up to a bully, but I couldn't identify the behavior then. It was the weird frenemies thing that girls do. Still wish I did more though. I don't think I ever stood up to a bully. Because I didn't think, here's like the way I saw it. I was like, I would be nice to, I would be nice to people. And that included people who were being bullied. But I would not then turn it against the bully. Because to me, that felt like, okay, I'm taking sides in like a war. And I don't think that's right. I think when kids bully other kids, at least for kids, right? Yes, they can be toxic and vicious and horrible people. But also this is a fucking 12-year-old. Okay, like in hindsight, I know it's a fucking 12-year-old. But at the time, I just thought like, this is just a person whose mistake. I'm stupid. So I would never stand up to a bully in the sense that I'm like, you're wrong, and then I would like punch them in the face. Or I would do like the Tobey Maguire thing where I would dodge them in midair. And then prove to all the other kids how cool I was. Like, it wasn't like that, but I would be nice to the people who were bullied and the people who bullied. And I would just kind of like, I wouldn't do it behind closed doors. I would just do it publicly. I would show, hey, I'm chill with everyone. And I think we should all hang out. Like, if someone is being mean to someone else in front of me, I'd just be like, hey, that's not cool. Knock that off. And then they would. And then they would just knock it off. And so some bullying still obviously happened. Like, but it was this weird thing where I was like an aura of like, of pacifism. Like I was a beacon of not of like safety, but like I was a beacon of non-violence. Like nothing bad would happen around me, because the people who would be mean to others would still be mean to others. They just wouldn't do it in front of me. I don't know, it felt weird. And it's not like they would hide it from me. They know that I know that they're still doing that shit. They just didn't want it. They just wouldn't do it in front of me. And because of that, a lot of the people who did get bullied, or were people, maybe not bullied, but were like socially shunned or outcasts, gravitated towards me, I think. Because they were like, this guy's, if I hang out with this guy, I don't really, well, nobody really got wedgies where I studied, but like, you know, if I hang out with Charis Euphranor, then like, you know, nobody really messes with me, and that's cool. And I think I had that going for me, I guess. Didn't you say you never got bullied after a certain point because the bullies would feel bad because you were so nice? Yeah, like, I wasn't fun to bully. Because the whole thing with the bully psychology, from what I've experienced, and that's obviously not a universal thing you should apply to everything after I say this, and then go, Charis Euphranor, why did you betray me? I'm literally just telling you what happened to me in my life, right? I would... Like, if anyone made fun of me, I'd go, haha, yeah. And then that would be the end of it. They'd be like, okay, well, that's not fun. And I go, well, you know, yeah, it's not really. And then it would stop. It's like I feel, because they would feel bad. They would go, okay, that's not, you know, you ruined it, it's not fun anymore. And I go, yo, I'm sorry, we could do something fun instead, like, you know, talk about what we like our hobbies. And they go, okay, well, I guess. Shit. For the record, the girl I didn't stand up to went on to abuse her friends and boyfriends, so I think boundaries should be set. Okay, well, damn, I didn't, you know. I don't think anyone in my life was that. Actually, some people were kind of horrible. But they just didn't approach me. They wouldn't fuck with me. But they wouldn't, like, hang around. They wouldn't fuck with me, and they didn't fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't fuck with me in the sense of, like, they didn't mess with me. Like, they did not want to make my life any worse. But they also didn't fuck with me in that, like, they didn't invite me to their fancy yacht parties. It was mainly the rich kids who were assholes, if you couldn't tell. Pacifism, sleep Asian. My brain was not developed enough for that at the time, and I would simply get upset. I mean, like, that's like a normal... Getting upset is a normal thing. That feels to me like a normal reaction to somebody's being mean to you. Of course you would be upset. It's all fucked up. I died! From what? I don't know if I'm not truthfully. I have no idea. Anyways, I had an aura of, like, pacifism. I don't think anyone really did anything really rude or mean or awful around me for a long time. I don't think ever, actually. At some point, you know, that kind of wanes off, and like that, you know, maybe not wanes off, but like, you don't carry that shit into your adulthood. I don't think my magical powers stayed until adulthood. I think, like, once I reached adulthood, people were being fucking awful and racist and bigoted and homophobic again, and it's kind of like a, well, this is not like someone in high school, this is someone on the fucking train. who I will never meet or speak to again, so I can't do anything about this. I died again. Okay, Chairman, I've set up the Leon for dead, says Leon, who is probably actually Tia. That's cool. See you tomorrow. Did you know that Leon S. Kennedy is also guest starring in the latest season of Left 4 Dead 2? Did you know that? Now you do. Oh. Okay, I could actually just finish this section. If I just lock in for 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds, I could finish this and continue yapping. Shit. Hang on, I had something to say earlier. Or something, there was something I said earlier. What did I say earlier? I was talking about losing my limbs at some point in my life. Or worrying about choosing the wrong limb. I think, like, okay, everyone here who wasn't here for this conversation earlier, would you choose, if you had to lose a limb, what would you choose? And then subsequently, the next question is, if you had to lose, like, a sense out of your 5 senses, what would it be? And why is it smell or taste? Why is it taste? If you had to lose one of your senses, why is it taste? Because I know it's taste. I know it's taste. Because it should be taste. Taste is the optimal answer. Because with all the other senses, if you lose those senses, you would die. Like, okay, you wouldn't die, but like you would... There's some part of your survival that you would need to adapt. Oh my god. Ah! Okay. Please. Let me go, please. Oh my god, we're done. I'm not done. I'm not done. You cannot dash forward because you lose momentum. Ah! I'm so bad at this video game. I'm actually so good at this video game. Watch how I beat this video game. Oh my god, I'm so good. Left arm and smell. Left arm and smell is objectively the correct answer. Wait, no. Taste is the objectively correct answer because you need to smell danger before it happens. If you lose your sense of taste, you can't eat delicious foods, which sucks, but also if you can't smell, you will not be able to smell gasoline. You will not be able to smell, like, stenches of things that we've been trained, maybe not trained, but we've evolved to avoid, like, the stench of, like, rot of, like, a corpse, maybe, that could signal danger. I feel like that's more important. I'll rely on other people to smell the danger. Okay, you can, but that's actually a very sensible answer. I don't know what to say about that. That's actually really sensible. Losing taste would make me so sad, so would smell though. They would both. Okay, it would obviously any taste losing any sense would obviously be bad. Like you would be sad with anything. But I'm just saying, like, if you had to pick one, my mind jumps to like survival and thinks, okay, I can't lose smell. It's a bit too important for my survival. Sorry, this is for an earlier thing. It was bad. I grew up in a low-income area where gun violence is common. From talking to Leon about his school experience, I think the kids are just worse in local neighborhoods for various reasons. Yeah. I have to acknowledge that if I were dropped in like a really in a significantly shittier like environment, I'd be a worse person and I wouldn't be able to be as tolerant as I am right now, I think. Like, my worldview is shaped by my relatively speaking, privileged upbringing. So I can't really, like... That shit is real. This shit is fucking real. And I'm glad I had a privileged upbringing. I'd rather that than have a shitty upbringing. I think that is a normal thing to think. Hold on, I need to get this strawberry. I know. I start all the way here. It's actually not that hard, though. Oh my god, it's actually so hard. Oh my god, it's impossible. Wait, it's actually the easiest thing in the world. What am I supposed to do? How do I get up there? Oh! I need to jump on his head. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to jump on his head. I don't want to do that. This guy's been chomping at me for a while. Ow. Oh! I start all the way back here. Okay, I'm not going for any strawberries. Since you hung out with the bullies and bullies, did you have a moment where the bullies and the bullied? Did you have a moment where the bully pants the bully and you could only give them a pitying stare or something similar? No. No, I never had that. No, I don't think I ever had that, actually. I don't think I ever witnessed somebody, like, bullying somebody else. Like, in front of me. Like, I'd heard about, I would maybe hear about it, or maybe, okay. Here, my aura is a passive aura, okay? It's not an active aura. In the sense that, like, it's not an active skill I can click. Like, or if I enter a scene, and some shit's already happening, it's happening. Like, if somebody's calling someone else a name, or whatever, saying some rude shit to them, and I'm like, I enter the premises, it's like, it's not like they stop immediately. Like, gradually, maybe it sort of fades out, but it's not because of me, it's probably because of the teacher. Like, it's not really because of me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. No, it's never happened in front of me. Or it's very rarely. It must have happened in front of me, I'm sure. But not very frequently. Oh damn, I was trying to like... If you choose losing touch, you run the risk of chewing off your tongue while eating food. Yes, which is why I'm keeping my sense of touch. Also, I like the way some things feel when I touch them. I literally jumped on his head. This is not real. This is not a real game. I'm not playing a real video game. Wait, I can just go here. Why is this so okay. I don't want that strawberry. I do not want that strawberry. I want to just beat this fucking level, please, God. I feel bad enough for the hotel manager, okay? Just let me live. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna watch him chomp for a bit. I was gonna say feels bad being the only poor kid in philosophy, but I did marry a finance guy, suppose fortune's reversed. And just like that, Leon's identity that he's tried so hard for months to like to like keep out of the sphere of knowledge. And just like that, we now know what he does. Oh. Fluffy animals? Yeah, that's true. You do lose the, if you lose the sense of touch, you do not get to enjoy fluffy animals. So would you sacrifice that for food? I don't know. Because I think, you know, it would obviously be a great disappointment to lose your sense of taste. But also, it won't kill you. It won't kill you. And there are other things you could enjoy in life, I think. I don't know. Was he trying? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, I think Leon joined the Discord like a few days ago, like a VC for a little bit, and he was like talking about something from work, and he was trying so hard to like censor what he did and the nature of his work, which was really funny that that it didn't, you know, it's not like he needed to do it, but whatever. It's Oshiro, stop. I just wanted to help. Look, I think this guy's crash out is valid because we said something really truly mean to him, and him crashing out is like, it makes sense to me. Now, I'm not gonna just, you know, sit there and take it because he'll kill me if I do. So I'm gonna fight back. But also, I recognize that it's, you know, he's probably a sensitive guy. And us being mean to him in his vulnerable moment is probably not the best idea. My empathy did not help me at all. Oh wait, no, I'm alive. I've decided to close the hotel for repairs. The second floor plumbing is leaking. The library is in complete disarray.
What have I arrived to?
Not to mention the hole in the ceiling of the presidential suite. Please just leave me alone. I feel really bad. I feel really bad. Not because of this character, but this character reminds me of like things in real life that have happened to me. Okay, that was chapter 3. Checking out. Man, oh my god. It's not like the story is... I'm not particularly hooked on the story yet. Like, I feel like it's fine. But the story is really good at reminding me of shit that's happened to me. Which I guess maybe is the point, right? That's why the story is actually good and I'm being stupid, right? It's so hard being nice to people and then rejecting them. I don't know if this is another like my lobster's too buttery and my steak too juicy moment, but it actually sucks when you want to be nice to people, but you don't want to be their friend. And those people don't have other friends, so they're like, can you be my friend? And you have to be like, no, because we don't really vibe. And it's not personal. I don't think of you less as a person. And when we hang, you know, when you're talking to me, it's like, it's chill. It's just, I'm not really enjoying the conversation. It's not my thing. I want to be nice to you and I want to say nice things to you, but also, you know, I want to hang out with my friends, some of whom might not be nice to you, and I apologize, but also they're my friends. I don't know how to feel about that. Hello, what have I arrived to? Hello, Ari. Hello, you have arrived at the anxiety stream for Celeste. To Celeste? Celeste. The second stream. It's not Celeste 2. Oh my goodness. 357. How many chapters of this game are there? Like 8? I'm only on chapter 3, 4? Okay. How many times has that happened to you before? Like too many. Because I was since that 8-year-old incident, which by the way never really affected that person. Like we eventually, like the girl and I, like we talked and had conversations with each other, and like I don't think we hung out, but like we were on amicable terms. So I don't think it ever reached her for the better, I hope. But since then I'd never been rude or mean to anyone intentionally. And because of that, a lot of people, especially those who were less socially like successful, would kind of gravitate towards me because I was one of the few people that'd be nice to them. Me and my best friend at the time, I think we were both relatively nice to people, and like I just couldn't. I did say no. It's not like, oh, I couldn't say no. I did say no, but it didn't feel good at all, and I didn't ever find out how to do it. You know, how do you have the conversation? How do you say to someone who kind of doesn't really have, you know, too many friends? I'm thinking of a school setting, by the way. This is like the context. This is like a school setting. How do you say to someone, look, man, I'm nice to you, and I want to be nice to you, and you know, we're chill, but I don't want to hang out with you. Like if they're like, hey Charis, do you want to hang out? Like I just have to be like, no, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't think you're funny. I don't think you're funny enough to hang out with. That's so mean, right? Like, but that's how I like, cause I can't hang out with everyone. I can't hang out with everyone. I can only hang out. I have like a limited time on Earth. At this point, I'm 60 years old, so I have to be even more worried about my time. But even back then, when as like, I don't know, as like a 14-year-old, I was already worried about dying one day. And I was already thinking in my head like, damn, okay, like if I'm gonna die one day, I surely have to, you know, I have to make use of my time now. I can't just go around hanging out with people who I don't really actually enjoy hanging out with. So I gotta say no to them. But then I feel bad at saying no to them because they go like, but you were nice to me. And I have to go, yeah, I was nice to you, but I wasn't nice to you because I like you. I was nice to you because I'm nice to everybody. Which is true, but also like that would ruin somebody, you know? And I would know because, okay, it wouldn't ruin somebody. There are worse things you can say to somebody for sure. But it doesn't feel good to hear, I imagine. Right, but I couldn't find a way to express that
I'm late
sentiment.
or whatever.
now you've got the Spirit Zero, but like the sentiment is true. Like when I say those words, I mean it in some way where I'm like, I'm sorry. We just like I'm nice to you not because I like you as a person, but because I have basic respect for everyone around me, and you happen to be someone around me, and I respect your agency and autonomy and your rights as a person and whatever, and I don't want to like, you know, just because other people are mean to you doesn't mean I'm going to be mean to you. However, I'm not going to hang out with you because I don't like I don't like the idea of hanging out with you because I feel like it'd be boring, and it makes me feel guilty, but I've had to do it. I've had to do it so many times. So Tia asked how many times I've had to do it, right? And I didn't actually say it. I've probably had to do it at least 5 times in my life. I'm thinking right now in my head like individuals in my life that I knew who were like, yo, we should hang out after school, and I was like, I'm not, no. And I said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not, because I'm busy. Like it used when I started, it was, hey, sorry, I'm busy, you know, and then they would go, okay, cool, what about the week after that? And I have to go, well, it's not actually because of, you know, eventually I stopped saying it's busy because people will just go, okay, what about next week? Right? Eventually I just said, nah, man, it's just because we don't vibe. So you hate us? Yes, I thought that went without saying. Why are you smiling as you recount rejecting classmates? Because it's awkward and I feel kind of bad. Whenever something awkward happens, I laugh. That's my awkward reaction to anything. Okay, this is something I feel a little anxious over, and this is the anxiety stream. This is where we air out our anxious frustrations, okay? One of the things I feel anxious about is like the anxiety itself, and whenever I feel anxious, I laugh. My natural reaction to feeling nervous is to laugh, which is like a normal thing. I've been told this is a normal thing that happens to people. But I will laugh at something that's a little unsavory, because it helps me diffuse the tension in me. Did you also push that person to the ground for being lame and leave on a skateboard after callously rejecting them? Look, the worst I've done is, have I told you guys about this like boy who had a crush on me in school? Have I ever talked about this? I don't think I've talked about this. I don't know if I want to talk about this. Now that I'm thinking about it again, I feel so bad just remembering. Okay, but essentially, like, the gist of it is just I was nice to someone and they thought it was because I had feelings for him. Or I don't know if he thought that. No, it's not because he thought I had feelings for him. He just thought I was nice to him because I liked him. And then he developed feelings for me, and then he confessed to me. And it came out of left field because at the time I was like really young and I didn't know. I had some idea of what gay means, of what being gay means. I had some conception that some boys liked other boys, but also I had the heteronormative experience of like, oh my god, it's a girl, I'm nervous. And then if it's a boy, it's like, okay, cool, it's another boy. So while on one hand I knew I had some awareness of homosexuality. On the other hand, I was also in a heteronormative dynamic, okay? And it came so out of left field. This guy that had a crush on me. I just felt like I looked offended, I think, at the time. And I said absolutely not. And I said I'm not gay. And I think I said it in a way that sounded homophobic. Like there was a problem with it. And I did not at the time mean that. At the time I didn't mean it. It's just I was so taken aback that I was like, hold on, first off, this is not my sexuality. But I didn't say that with enough like kindness. And then I felt awful. I felt so bad about this. I've been way better at handling like gay rejection since, but like that was the first one I had to deal with. I hope those 5 individuals find your YouTube channel. I hope that they find happiness and peace in their lives. I hope they find happiness and peace and a good social circle of people who actually are interested in the things they're interested in the same way, and they form mutual connections that are powerful and friendships that are everlasting, and hopefully maybe even romance if that's what they were looking for. But they were not going to find it through me. That was sort of just a fated encounter. Just go, you're not real, none of this is real like you always do. No, but that's different because I'm talking about experiences I've had in my real life with real people. You guys are not real, so it doesn't count. I think the idea of hanging out is such a school thing anyway. Like I can't imagine many situations as an adult where I'd have to do that, though I can imagine what you're talking about. Dude, that's true, and I wish hanging out was also more of an adult thing. Because now as an adult, as like a 60-year-old, it's so weird just going like, yo, let's hang out to somebody. Because it's like, it feels like you need to have a reason to do it. You shouldn't have to, but it feels like you should. And I want to hang out with people. I still want to just chill and do nothing. But if you just tell someone, yo, let's chill and do nothing, it's like, it doesn't... Like, people are busy. People have jobs, they've got lives, they've got kids, they've got grandkids. God forbid they've got grandkids. One of my friends was talking about her grandkids the other day, and I had to, like, resist the urge to say, like, yo, same, my grandkids are... and then, like, go completely in character. Like, I had to forget my Charis Euphranor person for a second, and just remember that I'm a person in real life. Hanging out is so fun, but yeah, cutting people out is just hard. But I think you're better than most because I think most people would just ghost them. Yeah, and I don't feel good ghosting people. I feel like people should know that I'm putting them off for like an intentional reason, but it's not their fault. Like, it's not like I accidentally did it. I intended for it, but it's not because of something you should take personally to heart. It's just we don't really vibe. And because then they'll understand, okay, so instead of looking for people who are nice to me, I need to look for people who vibe with me and are nice to me. Like, in addition to that, you want both of those things. You want someone who's nice to you and can vibe with you. You learned that the hard way, one way or another. Charis Euphranor got a gay bully to fall in love with him. I don't think anyone who was ever like a mean or like a bully was ever gay in my like vicinity. I think because of the socio-cultural norms at the time. No, let me think about this for a bit. Actually, yeah. While it's not uncommon to have the closeted homophobic, like homosexual, like archetype bully exist, like it wasn't anyone in my life. I think everyone in my life who was gay also happened to be somewhat sensitive to other people's feelings, and thusly wasn't being a douchebag about it. So how many times have you rejected a gay person before? Do we count the times after I started streaming as a VTuber? Because if we do, then it's like every day when Naki comes on stream. No, I think I'm not gonna tell you the exact number, but it's like a fair few amount of times. I'm not gonna say more than that. I don't want to give you like an exact number. I feel like that's weird, because I don't it's not a point of, well, I guess it is a little bit of a point of accomplishment, because it's like, look at me and my bi appeal, and then like I have to reconcile with the fact that I didn't return the feelings for any of them back, and so what's the point of people having a crush on you if you don't have a crush on, if you don't like them the same way? Like, isn't that just worse? Whatever. You def don't need a reason. Like, I hang out with my friends for no reason. Like, we just schedule, you know. I mean, I don't think you need a reason, but I feel like I've been conditioned to always have a reason ready, or something. What do you mean you don't invite friends to a 3-martini lunch? God, that sounds so good. That sounds great right about now.
What happened?
You can totes hang out as adults. You just need to find like-minded individuals. Yeah, who aren't busy with like a job, and then a second job, and then never mind. I'm not gonna go into that any further. What happened? Nothing, Lackey. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We weren't talking about you at all. Sounds like a humble brag. We just have to reject so many people and gay bullies. True, true. I'm sorry. I just have too much aura, I guess is what the kids would say. That's not what the kids would say. That's not what aura means. That's not what aura means, you fucking fossil. You 60-year-old fossil. That's not what the word aura means. What is the word you're looking for? Looks max? That's not it. Let's try again. Riz? No, that was like 2 years ago. What the fuck is the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I started hosting weekly tea parties this semester until I couldn't for a bit. Okay, alright, that's awesome. That's really cool. But also, you have the university buff. You're in an institution where socializing with other people is not necessarily, like, mandatory, but is, like, heavily encouraged. And you are not, you know, and most people do not have the full-time responsibilities that they do eventually when they get out of that institution. So you have that buff going for you. I'm saying, like, you know, when you're 60 years old, like me, and have to deal with, like, hanging out with your friends or just, like, people in general. It's such a hassle to get everyone to, like, align on the same schedule. You're never going to play D&D. Like, that's the hardest part. Please stop. Which part are you referring to, Kira? I don't know which part you're referring to. He's talking about how he's counting rejecting you as part of how many gay people he's had to reject. That's actually exactly what I was talking about. Yes, you did not take me out of context at all. That was the conversation that was had like 2 minutes ago before you joined, Lackey. Jester maxing. After 3 months of scheduling, my uni friends and I are finally gonna play around together on the 26th. Yeah, you know that session, like the next session after that is gonna happen in like 5 months. Like it just, everyone is busy all the time. There's no time to hang out. It's crazy.
The whole Gen Alpha spiel.
The Gen Alpha spiel? What was the Gen Alpha spiel? Oh yeah, Riz Skibbity. No, that was like 2024. Was Riz Skibbity 2024? Chungus was like the year before that, I think. I'm trying to like chronologically timeline this shit. You kids these days, as I like wave my fist at the sky as an angry old man. Anyways, yeah, I guess I'm totally humble bragging, Tia. You're actually right, I think. No, but like it sucks because I don't think it's ever happened. Why am I like walking on eggshells trying to explain this? I've literally told you the story of like the girl I had a crush on for 10 years for. Like, you know this. This is like a stream I've made publicly like 2 months ago. Okay. It sucks when somebody falls for you that you're not interested in it. That sucks. Cause you're like, cause that's a, cause to me, I'm like, damn, that's, if only I felt the same way, this would be so convenient. This would be so convenient if I felt the same way, but I don't. That's horrible. And I cannot control my feelings. I can't control the way I feel. I can influence it to some extent. I can like control like what I do to myself to some degree, which might influence my feelings, but I can't control the way I feel about stuff. What's happening? Literally nothing. I'm about to end stream. I just finished like chapter 3 of Celeste. We climbed the big mountain. I named this the anxiety stream because this is the stream where we talk about our anxieties. And I talked about how I have this looming fear of being thrown in a meat grinder and being forced to lose one of my limbs, and then being able to choose which limb I could lose, and then regretting for the rest of my life choosing that limb and thinking, just what if I lost the other one? What if I chose to lose the other one? Whereas if I were to go get into a freak accident and I just lost one without having the, like if it just happened to come off, I'd be like, damn, that sucked. It happened to me, but I wouldn't feel as bad, I think, because to me I would feel like, well, that wasn't my fault. I didn't make a choice. Maybe that's why I like the Telltale games. You could play Celeste for one more level. It's been 3 hours and I'm kind of tired. And I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think Celeste is a good stream game for me because I cannot do both of these things at the same time. I cannot play the game and talk at the same time. If I'm playing the game, it's so hard to speak. Because I'm so locked in on the mechanics of Celeste because it's a really difficult game. It's not that difficult, but it's challenging enough that I can't just autopilot it and then start talking. Because I use a lot of my cerebral structure whenever I'm trying to, you know, have a discussion on something. This is literally transphobia. You are part of the problem. How could you support a transphobic streamer like that? Have you ever thought about that? We're throwing you in that meat grinder. Why is that the first reaction? Somebody made, I think it was Fufu. Hello Fufu if you're watching the VOD. Somebody made why do I say somebody after I just said it was Fufu? Fufu made like a Tomodachi life of me. And then posted it on like the Discord. And then your guys' first reaction was like, oh my god, we need to kill this guy. What are you talking about? Why is that your first reaction? Why is that your first reaction? I don't understand. Now play HSR/J. Do I play HSR like next month? Let me think about this. I might play HSR next month. I have so many plans that are backlogged because of that one fucking trolley prom video I haven't finished yet. I have so many ideas that I'm like, I would love to do this, but this only makes sense if I do it after I release the trolley prom video. And you'll know why. But it's like, I can't do it if it doesn't exist yet, and I have to go and edit it, and I have to edit every stroke of the video, and like I don't have my workflow. My editing workflow is weird because I have to hand animate everything. So for example, for a background that consists of 2 PNGs that flicker between each other, I have to manually copy and paste every flicker, and it fucks my computer up. It fucks my computer up so badly, and it's so slow. But that's the only way I can do it because I don't know a smarter workflow. And I don't know a smarter workflow because I'm bad at editing and I don't want to edit. Whatever. That was me, you're welcome. Yeah, it was you, Zero. Is your anxiety more about choices you regret rather than the gravitas of outcome? Yes. Because I think if I were to get Kierkegaardian for just a moment before I revert back to being a nuisance generally, perhaps those things are not mutually exclusive. The anxiety to me is the dizziness of freedom, right? It's the very much like the choice that I have to make that I will come to regret. Because if you, whatever choice you make, you will come to regret it, right? Like you will come to back on it and go, why didn't I do this other thing? This is a natural response. It's fine. And you don't, one might not have to despair over it. But like the freedom of it is good. Anxiety, therefore, is a product of something that is inherently good for you. The freedom of choice. But it is nonetheless something that feels bad because, you know, you think about the possibilities. You think about the what ifs, right? And the only cure for that, for Kierkegaard, from what I understand, is to embrace the further possibilities that come from that. Like, rather than go like, no, it was actually there, you know, don't think about the what ifs, don't think about the what if I did that instead, don't think about the if I did this differently. No, you should think about all of those, but not just the ones in the past. You should also think about the ones in the future. What if you did this thing right now? What if you did this thing in a few days? What if, instead of watching a VTuber stream, you engaged in a real hobby? I gotta stop being so unnecessarily cruel to everyone. My apologies. This is the first and last time you'll ever hear me say that, and I don't know why I said it. Could you pull the photo of the Charis Dachi so we can decide if it deserves death? Okay. That's why the Knight of Faith outsources his agency. I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like the Knight of Faith is not my favorite thing about Kierkegaardian thought. Like I'm not that big of a fan.
Charis is too cool to apologize usually.
I'm not a big fan of the Knight of Faith, which is, you know, maybe that's heretical, but I have yet to reconcile that fully yet. So you gotta bear with me on this one. Desktop, hold on. Charis Tomodachi. Oh, is it Tokodachi? Tomodachi. Charis Tomodachi 2. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'll show you the last image. Where is it? This is the Charis Dachi, okay? Where is it? Shout out to Fufu is a cat. Thank you, Fufu is a cat, for putting me in Tomodachi life. At a glance, I'm confident. Traits: a by the book straight talker. I don't think I'm by the book. I actually hate the book. I think I am a straight talker though. Puts a premium on results. That's not true. Is it true? I don't know. I feel like the process is more important than the results. Because the results are a one-time thing. Every time a result happens, it happens once, and it might not happen again. So rather than putting a premium on results, I'm more about the process in which we engage in order to best maximize results, which I guess means I put a premium on results. Okay, whatever. We're gonna move on from that. Rogue, intelligent and not afraid to show it. Sometimes I am a bit afraid of showing it because, you know, I feel like I would scare off too many people if I showed everyone how smart I was. Knowledgeable in a wide range of subjects. That's actually objectively untrue. I don't know shit. I know nothing. I know nothing, not in a cutesy Socratic way that's like, oh, you know, he knows nothing and no. I actually don't know anything. I actually have very little knowledge of the world and the way things are. I can conceptualize it to a degree, but I couldn't tell you why, like, how a car works. I don't know. How does gas make a car move? I see this shit every day and I can't explain it. I cannot explain why it does that. But I know it does. I think how does that even work, man? Whatever. Anyways, I don't know anything.
Like me isn't 100% accurate either, but I looked at the list of all the others, but vibe-wise it's probably the closest.
I feel like this makes you more lawful than you are, but then again, there are only 16 personalities. Mean isn't... Well, I guess I'm rogue then. I don't know. Answers with confidence. That's fair. I do answer with confidence. But I don't know a range of subjects. I was in like a... Have I told you guys this? I was in like a pub quiz. Like many months ago. And I was grouped up with an acquaintance. With a few acquaintances. It was like a... Okay, it was like a work thing. It was a work thing. Okay. I was grouped up with a few acquaintances, and one of them was like, I almost said my real name. I almost said my government name. I need to end stream and go to bed like as soon as possible. I almost said my government name. So one of my coworkers was like, Charis, like, you should know this, to like the answer of a question that was like, how many elements are in the periodic table? And that's because I was like a nerd. Because I'm like, I present myself as like a nerd. I'm like a smarty pants is what people conceive of me as. And that's not right, because I don't know shit. I don't know anything. I know that I don't know anything, though, which is important. And I don't really mean I know nothing, and my knowledge base is weak and limited, or is you know. But I do hold a strong, I want to say a rather strong epistemic humility, because I don't think I truly know a lot. I think what we are even capable of knowing is very little. I'm not saying that there's nothing to know. I'm just saying, like, to know something is incredibly difficult, and is the task that we have not quite achieved yet. Anyways, this motherfucker was like, how do you not know how many elements are in a periodic table? And I'm like, dude, I fucking dropped chemistry when I was like 13 years old. I never did it since. I never got that far. How would I know? And they updated that shit. There are patch notes for chemistry, right? There are fucking patch notes. There used to be a certain amount of elements in the periodic table, and now there are more. There's like, what is it now? 117? How many? 118! Fuck! I was one off! 118. 118. The first 94 occur naturally, while the remaining have been synthesized in laboratories. Yeah, there are patch notes to this shit. How was I supposed to know? I didn't do chemistry. But then, like, people would look at me and think, like, yeah, this guy would know. This guy would know how many, like, elements are in a periodic table. Like, at least in the context of a pub quiz. And I feel like that's... I don't know how to feel about that. Because on the one hand, I guess that means people think of me as somewhat knowledgeable, which is a good thing, because that usually lends to competence. On the other hand, I don't know these things. And when they find out, is it like, oh, the jig is up. You're actually stupid. And you're a loser, Charis. And I go, no, I'm not a stupid loser. I know some things. And then, you know, like, what's the end game? How does this work out into? I don't know.
Hey Charis, is Pluto a planet? Can you point where the USSR is on the map?
No. No and no. I know that Pluto's not a planet anymore. I could not point to you to anything on a map. I would never play GeoGuessr on stream, because if I played GeoGuessr on stream, I would do worse than a chimpanzee with a typewriter. I would. I am so, like, internationally blind. I don't know where anything is. I barely know what my own country looks like. I don't really know what the UK looks like. I don't actually know what it looks like. I have a vague idea of what it looks like. But if you showed me like an empty map, I would go, it's probably that one. And then I would point to like something insanely different, like China or something. I would fuck up so badly. I'm not playing GeoGuessr. Chemistry and physics, a lot of combustion and energy transfers makes a car run. I mean, yeah, I figured it's within the domain of chemistry and physics. So here's the thing, it's like, I don't know how a car runs, but I know who to ask. I know people in my life who would know how a car runs. And so if I ever had to have that problem, I would think, oh, I know exactly who to ask. And I would dial up my friend and go, yo, how does a car work? Please explain it to me in baby terms. Because I'm a humanities major. Don't dox yourself. You do that fairly frequently recently. I've never done that, have I? I've told stories about myself. I don't think I've done... You saying I do that for... I've never done it at all. I have never done it at all. I have not doxed myself at all. I have chosen to reveal certain information about myself over the past few months. That is not me doxing myself, I think, right? I've never given out my, like, address or, like, my actual name, right? That's never happened. Whatever. No, I actually hate when people think the definition of smart equals knows everything. I mean, yeah, but, like, I've accepted that that's just a trait of people. I think people just think that, and I just have to use that to my advantage by gathering very surface level, superficial trivia. Charis, can you tell us what the OPEC countries are? I could. They are Algeria, Equatorial Guinea, Iran, Gabon, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, the Republic of Congo, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Venezuela. And you're gonna go, what? You cheated. You read this off of the Wikipedia page. Yes, I did. Because I don't know, I don't have this knowledge in my head, but I know where to get this knowledge. And I think that's how, I was gonna say, I think that's more important, but then I realized that's just how I cope with having a poor memory. I don't know this. Like, I know as in, like, if you told me, so if I'm reading this information online, I'm like, yeah, this seems right to me. This is probably correct. And I would know who to ask if I had any doubts. But I don't actually have it, like, in my heart, you know? In VC, sometimes you get kind of close. Okay, I do, but that's when I'm really sleepy. So that doesn't count. You're no better than an American in geography. Fuck, you're right. Fuck. Hold on, where's the clip? Give me a second.
I can say whatever I fucking want. I can say whatever I want!
What the hell?
This is Keanu Reeves behind the scenes The Matrix. Oh. Oh. Anyways, that's something I'm anxious about. What else am I anxious about? Before entry, I should list out all of my anxieties. I don't know. I'm not anxious about a lot of things anymore. I used to be a lot more anxious about stuff. Now I'm not. So I'm only going to list, like, interesting things now. Not like what I once was. Because I used to be anxious about everything. But obviously, everyone used to be anxious about everything, right? Because you're a kid. When you're a kid, you're anxious about everything. Because you're a kid, you don't know anything. And you think you're going to die at any moment. So it makes sense. Doesn't it? Charis, an American, is better at geography than you. You're a journalist. It's literally your job. You need to know where the countries are. So it doesn't count. Has anyone mentioned that your Tomodachi is punchable? Yes, in fact, that was the first thing people said. Hold on, I haven't even pulled up the second image. I don't know why people say this. Because it kind of does look like me. Because it does look like me. I don't know why they would do that. How do they make it so accurate? I don't understand.
Hello,
like, why does
I'm
it
a new
look
traveler
like me?
to Sharistan. Here are my travel papers.
Okay, stamp. Approved. Welcome to Charis World. Charis Land? Charistan? Is that what you said? Yeah. Welcome. Here there are no laws. There is one rule. The one rule is you are not allowed to disagree with me. That's the first, that's all. That's just one rule. It's easy. It's easy to follow. You are not allowed to disagree with me. Yay. Guys, you have to read the Encyclopedia of Pliny the Elder on stream sometime. That way you can get smart. I don't want to get smart. I feel fine. I feel okay now. That's not true. I think I should cultivate my sense of curiosity. Somebody, do you think I should play Papers, Please? Yes. Tia Fair should play Papers, Please at her earliest convenience on her channel at Tia Fair channel. Tia Fair, member of Philosophy, should consider playing the video game Papers, Please on her channel, Tia Fair channel, Philosophy. Did I do a good job? I disagree with you when you said you rejected me. You can't disagree with me on that. That's like literally how I feel. I don't know. What else am I anxious about? I think, okay, last thing I'll say that I'm anxious about before entering maybe is like, I'm anxious about somebody watching my content for the first time and going like, this guy stinks, and then clicking off and never giving Charis Euphranor a second chance. That sucks. That's something I'm super anxious about. Now, granted, obviously, mathematically, that's not a problem, because mathematically, if you just get enough impressions on like YouTube impressions, not actual impressions, if you just get enough eyes on your thing, even if only 10% of people vibe with it, like if you just increase the number, increase the size of it, then you're eventually going to have a lot of people who are into your thing. Now, the difficulty with that is I always keep thinking about the 90% of people that walk away. That this is irrational. I don't know why I do this. I always think of the 90% of the people who don't vibe with me. It's not like the, oh, I need everyone to like me mentality. I don't think everyone needs to like me. I just want more people to like me. And I don't mean more as in like more like the number is bigger. I mean more as in like the percentage of people who have been exposed to me, regrettably. I feel like I want for every 5 people who know Charis Euphranor,
that's always a concern, but there's only so much you can do, you know.
Yes, but for every 5 people who have heard of the words Charis Euphranor before, I want like 3 of them at least to be a fan. You know what I mean? I would rather fewer people have heard it, if that means the ratio of people who've heard it and people who like it is like more skewed towards the latter. I'm just anxious about everything. I think that's fair, and I can say that I'm 60 years old, so I've grown out of it. But I used to be that way too. I used to be anxious about a lot of stuff. And over time you realize like the stuff that you should be anxious about, okay, maybe not should, but the stuff that you are anxious about, if you just if you expose yourself to it enough times, you won't get as anxious. I think you should fight people more. People love that. Yes, that's true if I want to like grow my content. God, were you here the other day when I was doing like my house super stream? But I basically said like, here's how we make content and here's how we make content. I need to make content first that's glazing people, especially streamers with an ego. And like it could be like the philosophy of XQC or some shit, you know. I would just get an LLM to chew through clips of them saying shit that's deep, link all those clips to, you know, and edit them together, and then just say a few superficial platitudes and go like, wow, XQC really is like this deep philosophical thinker, Schopenhauer or whatever the fuck, right? And then I just draw like one baseline similarity, and then go, this guy is an intellectual, and then the ego streamer is gonna go, wow, that's crazy, somebody made a video of me like justifying how smart I am, and then that will get views, and then I build that rapport and base with people first, right? That's how I initially grow it, right? And then once I gather enough eyes on my work where all I do is glaze people who have an ego that inevitably give me that exposure, I turn that into hate. I turn that into like I start fighting people. I start going like the broken philosophy of X person, of like PewDiePie is probably who you start with, right? And then you go like, he did some cool things, and then you bring up the bridge like 1,000 times, and you don't actually engage with it in any meaningful way. You just say thing is problematic and controversial, and then you just keep you just keep going for more and more people. You just keep going for more beef, and you just you straw man the fuck out of everything they believe in and say and do, and just say actually this is problematic and horrible. There's a growing trend where these Destiny adjacent commentary channels just make polemics of philosophy channels now. Stock worth investing in, maybe? Oh. It is a stock worth investing in if you're thinking of it as like a thing that's going to farm engagement, because I think people are being farmed right now and they're more and more prone to be farmed. I don't know how to explain this, but it's not just like, oh, you're being rage baited. It's not as simple as that. It's not just being rage baited or engagement baited. It's being baited into engagement, not by a specific post, but by the system in which you engage in. You know what I mean? It's 200% engagement bait. It's, and I don't think it's, I think even being able to call it that does not provide an immunity for it. Okay, like you don't get a shield for knowing it's engagement bait because you're still going to engage with it. That's just gonna feed it. So is it a stock worth investing in the sense of like it's only going to get more powerful? Yes. People are losing the fight against the attention demon and the reading comprehension devil. I watched some of them and it's all pedantry and strawmanning, like army of scarecrows in a cornfield type shit. I love the imagery. It is, and it works. Because people just get really... Because people, like, will look at that and go, what the fuck is this guy saying? And then, like, you know, they'll quote tweet it or they'll, like, subtweet it or whatever and, like, share it. And then people are gonna flow to that and then start dogpiling on each other and all that. And that tells the algorithm that this is working because people are using their phone more. Okay. Put a McDonald's ad next to it and then run it 1,000 more times. Right? It's... It would be extremely intellectually dishonest for me to do that, even if I do it ironically. I feel like even if I ironically go like, yeah, look at me, I'm making a commentary on how people are easily like rage baited by poor bullshit content that's engagement bait, and I do that by just, you know, engagement baiting. I can't justify it to myself. I feel like even if I could, I wouldn't feel good doing it. I don't know. X doesn't understand why is such a good formula. I use it all the time, actually. Ooh, it kind of is, because you're implying they're stupid. Especially if you can explain that why in a way that's also just somewhat facetious. That's good. What if we had joke beef, Charis? What do you mean by that? I don't have the energy for any sort of conflict in truth. I don't have energy for conflict in truth. Okay, I don't. I really do not have energy for conflict with a specific person. I need to spend all of my energy in conflict with the things I truly disagree with deep down. I will beef with you in game. I just don't have, I'm tired. I'm just fucking tired, I guess. I'm sorry. That's less my anxiety and more like my despair, which I guess is encapsulated by I have to show you like the visual of this. It's so funny. Hold on. Let me like. Wait. Let me. Wait, let me just...
I can say whatever I fucking want. I can say whatever I want!
I'm sorry, I keep playing that video. Once Beryl mentioned it, and I was like, hold on, I think you're cooking something. And I watched it, I can't stop. The whole stream, I've just been replaying this clip over and over again. The entire stream, like, dude, he's just like me for real. Dude, especially the you can't fucking... I can say whatever the fuck I want.
I can say whatever I fucking want. I can say whatever I want!
I can say whatever I want. Me yelling in my own YouTube channel. I can say whatever I want. Nobody can censor me. Ree. You can make a video on why a viewer is wrong about the Stanley Parable not being high art. No, man, I don't have the... I just said I don't have the energy for this. If you don't see it as one of the most beautiful and extraordinary, like, revelations you make, then, like, you're lost, man. Then you know what? It's not gonna go away. The Stanley Parable will not go away. If you fail to appreciate it now, then maybe in 10 years you can come back to it and appreciate it again. And then if you don't do it then, maybe in 20 years. And maybe then in 50 years when you reach 60 years old like me, then you won't, like, appreciate it. And even if you even if you don't appreciate it at that point, you would at least be able to understand it. And you would be able to voice reasonable disagreement. That is not just thing bad because I didn't like it. Because that's like... It's a non-statement. It's not interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna probably end stream now, I think. Is anyone streaming? Is Axe streaming? Who's streaming? Do I know anyone who's streaming right now? Axe is streaming in like half an hour. I can't send you to his stream because he's streaming in like half an hour. I don't think I have enough energy for another half hour. I don't have enough energy for another half hour. I'm just gonna say that Axe is streaming in half an hour. That's all I'll say. You know what? I'm more tired than usual. No, I know why. It's because I started on time today. It's because I started stream on time today. I started it on time, for once, for just this arbitrary Celeste stream. And now my gas has run out before my next member of Philosophy starts a stream, so I can't wait into them. It is what it is. Do people fight in your Discord? Just asking. Yes. No. Nah, not really. Not to that extent. I feel like most people voice disagreements. Or, not most people. Some people voice disagreements on certain things, but there's no, like, fighting. There's no, like, mud flinging. Let me put it this way. The mud flinging is confined to the mud flinging, and the intellectual disagreements are confined to the intellectual disagreements. There's rarely is there like a cross contamination of the two, as opposed to, like, you know, some other communities where it might devolve into that. So I guess I'm grateful for that. Guess we are vicious? No, you're not. If you were, I would ban you. You're not feeling the wrath of my authoritarian dictatorship because I'm allowing it. Will you please play as long as you're here, Chair Bear? What? Is that a game? As long as you're here. Oh, I have it on my wish list. I have it wish listed. Why is that? Why do I have this wish listed? It's a family drama seen through the eyes of a woman with Alzheimer's. Okay, yes, it sounds like a great experience. It sounds like a fruitful, extraordinary experience. However, I am not emotionally ready for this yet because I don't know, man. I'm in like a rough part of my life right now. I can't be playing a game. I can't be playing a game where I'm playing from the POV of like an Alzheimer's patient. I'm not emotionally ready for that right now. I don't think I can do it. Maybe it'll be cathartic, but like I can't. I appreciate it. I think it's probably a really cool concept. I'm not ready for this. Just play Valhalla. You've been saying that, Zero, for many times, and I have specifically said that if you want me to play something, you should just keep repeating it. Hold on, there's a free game. Okay, let me add that to my account. Okay, I've added the free game to my account. Valhalla is not even on sale, so don't even tell me when it's on sale, okay? I would portray X as the reactionary Sorjak weeping incessantly, and me as the testosterone-addled Chad with hyperbolic proportions. Hyperbolic proportions. Yes. I would too. In a way that is, you know, maybe that ironically, but also maybe that unironically. Are you familiar with Facade? It's a janky typing game where you try to salvage a marriage between two professionals. No, I don't think I am. Is that on Steam? I used to read Facade as Facade. For a long time I read it as Facade. Until I heard it being read out to me. Facade game. It's a free AI game in which the player has to solve the marital issues of a couple, Grace and Trip. Responses are entirely up to the player as the software features a powerful reactive AI. This factor allows you to type in whatever you want to say. Then the adventure game ends with the marriage either being fixed or spiking with tension, which leads to the ending. That's actually really interesting. I'm gonna bookmark this in my like suggestions folder. Thank you for that. That's actually, this seems kind of interesting. I would want to play this. This was developed back in 2005? Oh. Interesting. Play until then. It is very cute, very good. Until then. I like that at the end of every stream, like, it turns into like a recommend session for games that people want me to play. Fateful meetings set solve a chain reaction and upending Mark's life. People disappear and memories prove unreliable. Uncover hidden truth with Mark and his friends in his narrative adventure and race to unravel the mystery before today. Oh, I know this! I remember a friend playing this and saying it was good. I'm sure it's probably pretty good, but I don't know. Purple Heart Veterans discount type. Facade in the big 2026. Well, I haven't played it yet, right? Play IB. You were playing it like in the server the other day, no? Zero? Don't lie to me. I know you were doing that. I know you were doing that. So, you know, you've already played it, so I don't need to play it. So you should play it too? No, I'm not playing it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm fine. I don't want to play a mysterious adventure set in an art gallery. I don't want to do that. I don't like the aesthetic. It's a little ominous for me. What about Fallout New Vegas? Do I have the game? No, I don't. I've been thinking about when to play Fallout New Vegas. Not like if, but like when. I do want to play Fallout New Vegas. But I need to find the right time to play it. The Fallout series is something I've always been interested in, and I feel like starting with New Vegas is probably what I want to do, or intend to do. But I need to find the perfect moment to do it. Don't you have Higurashi Chapter 2? It's free views. I don't want views though right now. I think I want, like, you know what I want? You know what I want? You know what I want? I want to take a big long nap for like 5 years. I want like a 5-year long nap. That's what I want. And then wake up and regret all of it again. But you know. Holy shit. If I actually did fall into like a 5-year coma, it would really suck. If I missed out on the next 5 years of my life, oh my god, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that at all. That's fucked up. Why would you put that thought in your head, Charis Euphranor? I think maybe the last anxious anxiety thing that I put maybe to end the stream with is the anxiety of impending death. It's probably that. And like knowing that every moment I spend doing something is me not doing another thing. And the clock does not stop for me playing Celeste. Which is fine. I like the game. It was fun. But it also doesn't stop for all the hours I spend doom scrolling like Reddit. It doesn't stop for that. It does not. Be transgressive and start with the Fallout 2? Man, I could be transgressive, but I like, is that the best way to play it? Would that make me happy? I don't know if I would be happy. Does your brain hate you too, Charis Euphranor? My brain is my biggest fan, actually. My brain doesn't hate me. My brain does not hate me. My brain says it hates me, but it actually loves me deep down. I'm sure. Or it's something to that effect. Who knows? I don't know. Something to that effect, I'm certain. Something to that effect.
I'm sure.
Yep. Yep. Surely. Yep. 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 Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go now. I've been yammering on in this mountain path long enough. My brain calls me pretty when I'm super dehydrated. Damn, that's kind of real, actually. How could you say something so real and true? And so specific, how could you? I would not like to die, but I will not deny some degree of excitement at the prospect. Like, what if I'm wrong? Damn. I'll find out then. I'm not in a rush. Because when you die, you don't, like, come back. Is generally the sentiment. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't want to find out yet. I'm not ready for that. All right, goodbye. Get out of here. Whee! We're gonna play Left 4 Dead 2 tomorrow with Axion and Leon Fair. Leon Fair Kennedy. Okay. That's gonna be fun, I think. I hope. I don't know. It's gonna be just us chilling. It's like it's probably, you know what it is? It's the first stream where Axe and I just play a video game and we're probably gonna be chill about it. Like, we've played video games in the past, but they have been not like intense maybe, but it's been full of strategizing and story and thinking and stuff. So this is gonna be the first thing we play together. That's just us hanging out. Maybe not. Hold on. We played Little Nightmares 3, but Little Nightmares 3 kind of sucked. Little Nightmares 3 wasn't very good, and it was also scary. So I don't know. So it's gonna be us chilling. It's gonna be us chilling because I know Left 4 Dead 2. I've played Left 4 Dead 2. I think it's still scary. It's still a little bit scary to me, but like at least I know the game. That's happening tomorrow at usual stream time. So come and ask your questions or whatever, or don't. You can like rage bait us if you want. I'll see everyone later, or tomorrow. I'll see everyone tomorrow.